to the Sesh Podcast.
Welcome.
Killing it, Hunter. Hunter, do an intro.
Do an intro?
Yeah, let's see your intro.
Hey, everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
you're way too
intro. All right, good. All right.
You're way too close.
Welcome, everybody,
You're
to
way
the...
too close. You're right.
No, dude,
Am
let's
I-
go for it.
Okay, welcome, everybody, to the Sesh Podcast. My name is Hunter, here with William and Jacob, and tonight we have with us Clent from Papa Jesus. Woo! Papa Jesus.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The Papa Jesus in the house.
Phenomenal.
Appreciate you guys.
Welcome.
All right, I'm going to pop this bitch open real quick.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck.
Tell
What's
us,
your
Clent.
middle name?
First name's Andrew, middle name's Clinton.
No shit.
Last name Baker, yeah.
Damn, so it's Clinton.
My little brother goes by his middle name. His name's Jeremy, but he goes by Peyton.
Yeah, I guess growing up, Andrew was a little bit too formal.
Yeah.
So Clint just kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got William and Zachary for middle names, so it's like, Nagy it is.
One of my friends, like when I grew up, he went by Alex most of his life, and then like whenever he started getting into work, he started going by Alexander because of like the formality. It feels a little like better in a suit to say Alexander.
Yeah, I
Right.
definitely get a lot more job interviews having William, I think, than having, if I go by Nagy.
Bill.
Or maybe like Zach.
Bill.
Yeah, or
Hi,
even
my name is Bill.
Little Bill.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, dude, what are you smoking? You fucking lit up quick, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
holy
Jesus.
shit.
Papa Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, what we got over here?
This is dope.
Is there dope over there? We doing the whole smoke thing or what?
Whole smoke thing?
Brother.
The whole smoke thing? Tiger cake.
Yeah, I brought you guys a few of the
Apple pie.
flavors.
So Clint brought us all kinds of sweet samples.
Tokyo
Are all of
Snow.
these currently
Oh,
available
he's
at
not
your retailers?
Oh,
Not
Tokyo
yet.
Snow.
Okay. So we've got new.
Sugarcane and the Tiger Cake dropping. First OKC drop will be at the Oklahoma Kush grand opening Saturday.
The Tiger Cake is?
Tiger Cake and the Sugarcane.
Really?
That was the first time I've seen the sugarcane bags.
Yeah.
Same with this Joker's 13.
Dude, this tiger cake's off the chain.
Joker's just dropped a little bit of that at High Voltage a couple days ago. Real sativa dominant white Rux.
I was literally about to say it smells like,
Yeah.
fuck, what's it called? Like a sour diesel almost.
Yeah,
or-
it's probably one of my favorite
Like a-
go-to daytime smokes right now.
Let's fucking go. I'm excited about
That
that.
smells
Super
Awesome.
gassy.
Let me smell that one.
Apple pie,
Here,
apple
here,
pie.
here, here.
These are gorgeous
Oh,
bags.
this one's the Thai cake.
Thanks, man.
Dropping at Oklahoma Kush.
Could die in this bag and be completely content.
Sheesh, this stuff looks great.
I haven't even opened it yet.
Bro,
Dude,
this one looks
Tiger
crazy.
Cake hits
Yeah,
hard.
ow.
I mean, that shit'll knock you out.
dude,
Man.
that stuff looks insane.
And for
The
those of
tiger
you that
cake
don't
does.
know, Papa Jesus is known around the state for having some of the most amazing artwork going with all of his strains. He doesn't just run random strains. All of these are handpicked, pheno hunted. He knows exactly what he's doing and which strains that he's putting to market. So this is definitely nothing new to us, but for those of you that don't know, you should definitely go check out some of his flower and go find where his stuff is sold at, because you will definitely not be
Does that mean
disappointed.
it's good?
I think that's a good sign.
Does that mean it's good?
Is it all sticking together?
Sheesh.
Dude, this shit smells crazy.
I'm over there just in awe.
God, I love the
You just
smell
pulled
of
this
this
whole
freaking
bag out
glazed
and it's all
apricot.
together.
It is
That one's probably
ridiculous.
one of my favorite smokes.
So when did these come down? Like when did you chop this bitch?
Yeah, how fresh
December
is it?
18th.
Oh, so these are
And then
these are still two months old.
Yep.
Dude, these are old, but like chopped in a month or so. But
Yeah.
this is still fresh as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that especially that one. I've only been 3 deep so
Yeah,
far.
so everything. This is from the December 18th harvest, and then
yeah, that one you told me about.
I thought
so
I
I
had a
do
favorite.
about 12 to 14 days whole plant hanging, and then they kind of start trimming it.
Okay.
Goes in jars from there until it goes to market.
How long,
Jeez, bro. The
how long do
sugar
you
canes.
do your cure for? Is it a secret?
Yeah, I mean, I've had stuff sitting in there a year,
Heard.
and it just stays like this.
Yeah, no,
Perfect.
I literally have never ever seen your stuff like too dry.
That's
No
insane.
even in the
Dude,
Mylars,
look
which is
at that one.
ironic because most people really have
Buddy.
problems in Mylars.
That apple pie.
The sugar cane's on
Dude,
on
I
par
gotta say
with
this
some
new
of the
glazed
best.
apricot gelato bag is
Thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah, I wanted,
Way dope.
the original one. I wanted to kind of take a play on. It's kind of like a vintage ice cream type of ad, so it's kind of more of the sepia old look.
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
I was thinking when you look at some of the other colors that Roberlin's the artist I've been working with out of Brazil.
Yeah.
Some of the designs he's doing, some of the colors we're putting in there, and just wanted to really put a take on something a little bit more fun and playful, especially since it's more of like a summer, spring type.
This honestly
flavors.
reminds me of like a current day coffee shop, or not
Yeah.
coffee, ice cream
Ice
shop.
cream shop,
Yeah.
like a
Like
ice cream parlor.
that one reminds me of more like the color scheme of the Papa Jesus bag, so that's why they're like so far apart.
Exactly.
But now that you got like all the colors are just insane on your bags, man.
Yeah. Yeah, show some of those in
Yeah,
the.
I brought you guys one of all the ones we have right now.
Clint knows we've been stacking and saving all of his pieces of art, aka the bags that he has for each strain. So as they improve and advance and adapt, we're outlining the corner or the top of the room with
Nice.
all of these
They
bags.
look good up there.
Dude, they look crazy. They already look dope. So once we get the rest of them, it's gonna be so sick.
This fucking photo shoot with these in OKC.
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
yeah, remember that? That was a while back.
That blew
was
up.
fun.
was like, yo, were you guys carrying around pounds?
Yeah, no. Hey, for full disclosure, we just had a bunch of like plastic bags stuffed in those things to make them look full. But no, 100%, dude. Like a lot of my friends had literally didn't even know who the hell you guys were and didn't know
Yeah.
who we were. Me and Jacob. I think that was one of our first posts together too. A lot of my friends didn't even know how like what we were even doing, but saw that post and was like,
Yeah.
y'all look like what was that weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it blew up. Like among my friends, they were just like, "Who is like? What's that brand?"
Yeah,
like, that
it was
brand was
cool. Yeah.
crazy. It like put some of us like kind of like got a lot of attention on us
Thank you.
for your brand, dude. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was
same-
definitely.
same here.
Chocolate's hard.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that
It's
is
so
sick.
hard.
Oh, that was the freaking. You were selling the merch there at Festival.
Yeah.
Were you not?
No, not at the
Or-
not Festival, but at the one before that.
Right. Okay, but it was that design though, right?
Cloudfest.
Cloudfest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cloudfest.
that's the one. Yeah, that design's hard.
One of my favorites.
That
Dude.
design is hard. This freaking Tokyo snow is some pressure.
It is some
It's literally
pressure.
some of the best Tokyo snow I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, those are anything
His
with the
head is a
eyes, dude, I'm
drink.
down.
So we're gonna
Honestly, might be my favorite, bro. This one's awesome.
we're gonna animate some of this artwork for content and stuff to make it real trippy.
You doing NFTs yet?
A little bit.
If you don't jump into it yet, I understand,
Yeah,
but you
we're-
should definitely.
We're working on a few NFT projects with some of these
Nice.
designs.
Good.
One of them is going to be like a, almost like a card set, a collectible card set.
Are you adapting every strain to a new?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay, so you start with the first versions, all the old
Yeah.
ones, because that's what I would get, like low key, and then you start collecting them. I see people. Where I'm interested about the NFT space, we started dipping into this with our last week with our last podcast guest, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, they didn't like partake.
Yeah,
But I don't
but
think they care, you know.
But 100%, like, I think the way it goes is like you use it as almost like a token of entry to other things. Because
Yeah.
if as you're trading and selling it, it's like that one. It builds value as you keep doing it, but also the more value it builds, you as the original creator, you get to use the money that it builds to make something dope for the people that own
Here's
it.
one of the coolest ones I've heard is like for glass. If you make an NFT for like this piece of glass right here, like just say this thing's worth fucking $100
Yeah.
or whatever, okay? The guy makes an NFT, and then you buy this piece of glass and get the NFT with the glass, or vice versa, whichever one you care about.
Right.
And then that NFT is tracked, and so is this piece of glass. So
Also validates it as authentic.
100%.
Right.
But every time it moves hands, the
Original.
maker still makes the money off of
And
this.
then so do you from it after that, right? Doesn't it go to every person, or is it
I
just
don't
the
think
original?
so, but maybe you can set it up that way, but not to my knowledge.
But that would be cool though, as the
Set
originator
it up
though,
like
it's
that,
just
yeah.
the original artist to
which is still fucking fair.
make sense. But so now you can sell this, and like it. If I went to you and you have no idea what I paid for this,
Right.
but you just know like maybe we got some glasses worth something, and I paid $100 for this bitch, and then I'm like, yo, this bitch is worth $3,000,
Yeah.
Clint, and you're like, but I'll give it to you for $2K.
But it's based on the NFT
But you
though,
can
right?
make $3,000 off this any day.
yeah.
But it's
Like,
based off the NFT of it,
I
right?
could fuck you over so easy.
Yeah.
But with an NFT that
Right.
shows you I paid $100 for this,
The
it's
NFT
got this
is
exact
the
same
glass
thing.
combined. Like those are both the value together.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
you
you're
can
like,
trace
that's
it.
worth $100. So then I sell it to you for 100 or whatever, and then it moves hands with the NFT.
That is sick.
And then the fucking original artist makes money with this.
That is one of the
piece
sickest-
Every time it trades hands.
Yeah.
That is one of the-
That's fucking dope.
And that's what I'd like to do with the artists I work with is to be able to give back to them in some way. Whether
yeah.
it be, one of the projects I kind of want to take on this last half of the year is really putting a lot of focus on the merch.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
dude,
do
you
some really
kill.
cool merch designs. I want to try to get in front of some like retailers like Zoomies and Hot Topic, and even maybe do some collabs with Vans or some dope bomber jackets with a few of the designs, but be able to give a percentage of that back to the artists that I work with off any sales that come from that.
Yeah, dude, that's just so sick.
That's
The fact that you highlight artists, because I don't know if you've noticed, are you from Oklahoma?
No, I'm from Texas.
Okay, so Tulsa. Have you been spend much time in Tulsa?
Not a lot.
So ironically, Tulsa is like where most of the artists I'd consider in Oklahoma really reside. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So it's like super dope because that's why like Robot Farmer is resident from Tulsa. I know
No,
Robot
they're all
Farmer's.
Post Valley.
Okay, well I know Robot Farmer's from Tulsa, and they're big. One of the things.
I love they're like the robot and their art, the shit that they do.
Pura does the same thing where they kind of heavy.
Pura's
They,
gas,
they
dude.
like
Pura's gas.
lean heavily on the artists stuff. But like Tulsa's really been big on like underground artistry, underground like
Really?
artwork, paintings, and like yeah, dude, they're
I might have
big.
to go check it out.
But
I
what
had no idea.
I said that to say this though, you're bringing like a lot of that because I know Vale was one of the first kind of dispensaries to incorporate artwork and kind of like streetwear designs and stuff into their dispensary. They couldn't quite. I don't think they were on the level of quite getting like your flower yet though. But I say that because you're kind of the first person taking kind of artists and putting them like. Not just kind of taking them and using them for their art, but like incorporating them into the cannabis world,
Right.
where now they find like they could have more, because more people, we're gonna eventually get into pre-packs at some point. Like it's
Yeah.
not gonna be deadly style forever, or it's gonna be.
Let me ask you a question.
You
You
know?
know those little fucking like tuna can looking things
Yep.
that you nitro seal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those look dope
Tuna
as
cans.
fuck. Is there a reason we don't use those here?
I don't know. I haven't had much experience with those. Some people like them. Some people don't like them.
They just
It's
look
the
so
system, I
cool.
think.
Like
I
in the
think
dispo,
you're right.
you
I
pop
think
that thing
it's the
on.
system
It
of
requires
packing
a
it.
lot of
The packing
a lot
system?
of machinery and shit to do the packaging.
That makes
and,
sense.
I think for a lot of the smaller cultivators, it just doesn't make sense from a financial perspective
Yeah.
until it's something like that's mandatory. But I mean, if it's a way to keep it fresher, package it to meet compliance, then I mean, I think
'Cause
everybody should look at
I low-key-
options.
They just look so cool.
I look.
They degrade. The flour after you crack that pack the first time, because we've looked at doing it, because that's
'Cause, yeah, it's
that's
just
where
a-
really where we're going is prepackaged, and there's
It's
really
an
two
almond-
options.
It's
There's
an almond style cover. when
yeah,
you're done.
there's only two options. You can either do the
Well,
cans or you
move
can
it
do the mylar.
afterwards.
Right.
My point
Yeah.
is like if you have this,
But these are
and
still-
then you can't see through it. You can't unless you have like a window or something.
Right.
But like if you got like a thing like this, you can't see through it. But you take the top off, now you can see.
You know
through
what?
that
What's
clear
funny
stuff.
is I've always
For
been
sure.
kind of really against Mylars. So I was looking at doing jars. The problem with jars is they take up a lot of space in dispensaries, so a lot of dispensaries may not necessarily want to store them. So I was looking at ways. Okay, what is the best
But
way?
it's
that I
also
can-
stacking and
it is
storage,
stacking,
right?
Yeah, and what was the best way I could, display the art?
What do we want to smoke first? What do you want me to roll? My
I'm
bad.
about to rip some Jokers.
Well, I'm
bro.
about to roll a fucking fatty, so tell me which ones you want me to roll first.
The Jokers, he said was his favorite daytime, but I don't know if we just want to absolutely cruise through
Dude.
that or if we want to hit some sugar canes dropping at Oklahoma Kush.
Let's do
might-
that.
we
might
should
get
smoke
better
that
reviews.
sugar cane
Go
for
stupid
sure.
fat on the sugar cane. Okay, sorry, cut you off.
No, you're good.
Want to get something rolling. Consensus is key.
Yeah.
There's no straight one line answers around here. There's no executive decisions. It's all group effort. Oh, so yeah, what were we saying?
Oh, we're just talking about the packaging and shit.
Oh, okay. No,
But,
dude,
the,
packaging's
but yeah,
fire.
so I don't pre-package anything. What I do is I take it in the big pound bags to the dispensaries, and then
Big ones?
I give them if they get a quarter pound, half pound, full pound, I give them the equivalent of the number of eighths in that.
Yeah,
With the small bags and let them package it out.
that's so like exit bag style.
Yeah, kinda like exit bags, yeah.
And I've been seeing that's actually like the move, especially when people that don't want to commit to deli or don't want to commit to pre-pack and still want the deli style. Because as a dispensary managers, like we were, you bringing your own exit bags, that saves us fucking packing
it's-
drams. Are you
well,
joking?
Not
No, it
only
really
that,
does. It does.
but people just want to buy these and post shit
These
like
are
this.
so dope,
yeah,
right?
People want to post
They
this.
are a flex.
This is
I've been
dope.
telling people, and this isn't even. I don't know if you take this as an insult or as something dope, but you're like the cookies of Oklahoma, the original one though. But you're not, hyper
no.
inflating like booth, not
No, I
like
get
they're
what you're
booth
saying,
strains,
yeah.
but cookies at one time was at the mercy of other growers, and you
Sure.
have 100% control of your
it's all
grow
mine.
and your marketing and your distribution and your sales. So to me, it's like you are truthfully what like I feel like people should want to start getting behind, and I think they will. I know they already are, but I know that people will start appreciating once other people start jumping on kind of the
Appreciate
board.
it,
You know what I mean? Because people are. This is hard shoes to fill.
When
like-
I hear things like cookies sells more money in merch than they do like cannabis products, you have to keep up with stuff like that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't not sell anything but cannabis, unless like it's just your goal and you're doing fine. You're not trying to like grow.
I mean, if you have like,
that?
I guess if you have
Like
like the artwork and the concepts and designs to where you can actually apply it towards merch, then
Right.
definitely I think there's an avenue for that.
Someone
It's
makes
just
it.
building up to that.
Yeah, no, and I think it's dope too because like we've been saying, you know, I'm not saying any names, but you're a brand that definitely had the strains and the genetics with either with or before all of the you know, the marketing came with it. So
Appreciate it, man.
it wasn't some like you had to fall in love with the marketing and you're trying to sell it before you actually had the stuff.
I mean, that's what I have fun doing. I
Yeah.
love pheno hunting. I love popping seeds. I do 20 new strains every run in my R&D room. So I work through 20 new strains
When you say every run, how
every harvest,
Yeah.
every 3 months. Every 3 months, I'm doing 20 new
so
strains.
you do
Okay.
one room.
right now. So
Okay. All these strains in one room?
No. I have 3 rooms in my
I gotta see
facility.
you.
I have 3 rooms in my facility. I have two,
Oh, okay.
two 42 light rooms, and I have a 10 light R&D room.
Oh, so I was just gonna say too. I feel like you're always out of weed. Because for those of you that don't know, like Rare Drop sells Papa Jesus, but we haven't really sold any because it pre-sells. It pre-sells.
It does go fast.
It's always gone.
So yes, all right. So let me go back from it. So yes, I have been only operating out of one flower room that I take to market. And
Right.
Because I've been waiting with city compliance and permitting and all that shit to get the other room going for the last
Naturally.
year and a half. Finally got that done in December. So now we've started construction on the other room. So we'll see an increase in production.
Nice.
Probably around the May-June timeframe.
I'm freaking
So
ready.
that's where I can really run a lot of different varieties on rotation. I mean, there's stuff that I have that I've had, that I've hunted through, that I've had for the last, almost 3 years that I hadn't even brought to market yet.
Right.
Cherry Pop Tart, is one that's really good. Lemon ice cream, lemon drop.
And you won't bring one to market without the full market. Like you know which one's gonna be brought to market, and you go the full
Right.
out and market it and grab the
Yeah.
Mylars and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I already have artwork.
That's
for,
dope.
I already have
That's
artwork
so
for a lot
cool.
of the new ones that I'm bringing out.
That is super cool.
That's dope.
People really, and that's kind of the difference. Is like that's your way of. I feel like
Because you fucking know. You don't wait for
believe-
something else to like.
No.
Yeah, you believe
Yo,
in
this
your
strain's
strains.
working. Let me get some art for
You
it.
believe in your strains too, and like you know what works, and then you commit to it, and you stand behind it, and that's how you stand behind it. I think people don't, it's just that the missing step. Especially some people don't even have, what are those bags? The black ones, Grove bags. Some people don't even have Grove bags. They're sitting in turkey bags still. It's like, dude, you at least get a level up and put your sticker in the center. Like,
Do something.
do something.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
try.
you almost have to now.
You literally have to.
I mean, you've been brokering product. You guys have seen it for a while.
We're full scale distribution now.
100%.
Contracts, like that's what I'm saying is like even go brokering. Like you had to have people that you sold for that stood out.
I
And
mean, when it first went legal out here, I mean, yeah, you could get away with having it in turkey bags. You could get
Yeah.
away with not having any of that brand.
you could have them in your truck and just or a
But
car
it's-
and just
it's-
funnel them.
It's crucial now to have
Bought
that.
so many pounds
Yeah.
of turkey bags. in
No,
2018,
I'll
bro.
be honest. We do a lot of.
So many.
We'll be honest. We do a lot of our sales based literally on just pictures that I take. So like the pictures we've had of
Yeah.
your stuff, like your marketing sells itself. A lot of your content on social media is like huge because a lot of people downplay how active they need to be on their
Yeah.
grow page to show what strains
See,
are coming and stuff.
I really don't do a whole lot right now.
But you do a lot, enough, more than
I have-
most people.
I have a tremendous amount of content. I had Candy Kush from Cali came out this summer and shot a whole ton of, shot a lot of photos and videos that he's still editing a lot of the videos right now.
But didn't I just see, the last couple of posts you had, like, weren't they the macros?
Yeah, the macros.
Yeah, dude, those are fucking gas.
He crushes it, so. But I have a whole lineup of that of 12 different strains he did that I just I hesitate on posting things because I want good, relevant, consistent content.
Yeah.
So that's
But
one.
that's it, though, is you put that thought into it, and, like, it shows.
So I'll probably
because
work with a media agency this year to kind
the
of
Joker. A little bit of that.
put together really
Jokers if you want.
good, professional content.
What's that?
Yeah.
This is
Cannabis curated media. Is there anything around Oklahoma that are you trying to look for maybe
I
like
haven't,
remote?
I haven't really.
Because we kind of thought about that with the sesh. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little overwhelming
Yeah.
doing it monthly and like I don't know if a professional one would be the way to go because we're probably gonna do it with Rare Drops too. I'm just gonna have to send them photos and have them run those site and stuff. But I didn't know if there's cannabis style marketing agencies that do that.
Yeah, there are.
Okay, like remote though.
I don't know. I might have to look into it. Yeah, I mean, there's I know there's a few on the West Coast. There's one up in Washington. I would like to find someone local, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, there has to be some good media companies out here.
There's just a lot. I don't know. There's just a lot
I mean,
of.
I want to go behind the scenes at the grow and kind of tell a story of everything that goes into the weed that goes out to the market. You know,
Yeah.
from the soil I use, to lights, the environment, to the pheno hunt, everything, just to kind of educate people a little bit more on our processes.
I'm gonna start a vlog. This is unrelated, but I'm starting. Somebody told me to start a vlog because I end up going to a lot of these grows and stuff. Now that Snapchat used to be the way that I posted like all the like behind the scenes stuff that I can't post on Instagram because most of the stuff like when I go to grows, if I were to go to your grow or whatever, like people on Snapchat are not business leaders. People are gonna see like stuff that's NDA. It'll just be like plants or like Maggie's in another grow, but basically like the stuff that we do, like it's cool to get almost an inside scoop. Like you know who Ginger Larf is?
Yeah.
We went to this facility and it is impressively unimpressive.
Yeah.
Like in the nicest, most like
It's just so simple.
yeah, it is nothing you don't need and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I'm sure yours is like yours. I've seen yours already, but yours is like I'm sure to other people like probably looking at stuff like this, they're like, holy crap, he's probably got like a fucking $1 billion facility, and they see just kind of humble setup and it's super clean on the inside. And like obviously it's not a situation where people get doxxed, but they just like get a feeling of like walking in there where they would normally not get it.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be cool because like people like us, we're already comfortable with us everywhere around the industry. It's not like it's a media company coming in and making people feel like they got to pay
You
$1,000
definitely
and doing
fucking
it.
should, dude, because like we are numb to the fact
But
that
I would
like,
have-
walking into a grow is like a blessing or
It
like
is,
a
though.
privilege.
It's a privilege, and that's
Yeah.
why we don't ever abuse it, dude. We
Dude, y'all-
appreciate it
y'all
every
are
time.
Welcome to come anytime you want. You know that.
And you say that, but we know that, but obviously, like it comes with there's a privilege that comes with it, and you don't abuse that privilege. So, and obviously, we're busy. We don't have like the time to do it all the time,
I
but
respect that.
but we definitely appreciate the times that we get to come over there. It's fucking dude, your place is so dope. Like having an environment, and that's another thing too. Is like you don't make it. I'm sure everybody that works there like would agree. Like you don't make it feel like work. It feels like it's part of like a little art piece. You know, you're creating art.
Try to
and
make
that's
it
what
fun. You know, want people to be relaxed, enjoy their time there.
Yeah, because it's a business at the end of the day, but it's about how you make, how you make the day.
Yeah.
If it's stressful, business is going to be stressful. But
That
I've never been
Stressful.
glazed apricot gelato was fucking insane.
Oh, you were at the
Dude.
Is that what you hit?
Yeah, dude, that shit is off the chain. Dude, literally, I could like,
Put it on the chain.
You could just taste it.
You know, so-
It's fucking nuts.
So that's one of my favorites. You know, it's one that I started when I was out in Oregon about 6 years ago.
The glazed
Yeah.
So
apricot.
that's one that I pheno hunted. I would say probably it was like the 2017, 2018 is when I was really working through
Who's
glazed
the?
apricot.
So you said you Sufina hunted out of a pack.
Yeah.
Who's
yeah.
this? Who's the?
Compound Genetics.
Okay.
So that was from their first release of their Legend Orange Apricot line. So that's Gelato 1 cross the Legend Orange Apricot. So I picked those
Dude.
up when I was out in Oregon. Pheno hunted out there.
Okay.
The Black Cherry Punch, that was one I pheno hunted in Oregon. So it kind of tells you how long some of these strains.
Yeah,
have been
no
living.
shit.
Black Cherry Punch, Glazed Apricot, Orange Acai, Strawberry Shortcake,
Yeah.
Platinum Kush Breath, Crystal Cookies, Apple Pie. All those are ones that I worked through, several years ago.
So those are like
Spinning with them,
originators.
Yeah.
The crystal cookies.
That's why they're so
man.
fucking good.
The crystal
So what's your most latest introduction? The Jokers.
The Jokers and the Tiger Cake. So
Those of you been working
I
on the
smoked the
last.
Jokers and
Jokers, both of those have been working on the last year.
Okay.
I've read them through. I haven't. This is the first time really bringing them to market, but I've ran them through Harvest. So Jokers, I narrowed that down to two different phenotypes: the number 13 and number 7. Ran those back through. I clone them, see how well they do in cloning. I put a small, like maybe 12 plants each in my big room and see how they do in the
Okay,
environment there.
that's my next question.
Run it back through again, and then I'll select it down from there.
Damn.
So it takes about a year process to go through a selection, sometimes longer if you have more keepers. Same thing with the Tiger Cake. I ended up going with the number 28.
that's fucking crazy,
That is
dude. Because when
crazy.
you think about pheno hunting, you think about just growing something, cutting it down,
No.
curing it, and smoking it. You don't really think about the
Having-
rest of what the plant has to do to keep up.
Yeah, no,
And on
there's-
top.
Yeah.
Or go ahead.
I was going to say, there's certain things I look for. Like, that's why I like to clone them. I want to see how well does it do in clone, how well does it do in veg, because going from seed from a clone, it can grow a lot differently.
And also length, like you don't want them
Yeah.
growing longer or shorter than the rest of the
100%,
room,
yeah,
right?
and also I look for ones that work well with my program. You might have some fire phenotypes that come through, but it doesn't respond well to my environment, to my soil, to the nutrients I use. So I have to look at that as well. The
Yeah.
LED lights, so I look for which ones work well in my environments with all the other strains that I run, because if I'm running 12 strains in one room, I want them all to respond the same, where I'm not having to adjust nitrogen or phosphorus or potassium per strain.
Did you grow anything before weed?
No, just weed.
Did you ever like think that you would like growing anything?
Yeah, like botany.
Like-
Was that ever interesting to you?
Not really. You know?
Neither was it to me. My
That's
mom
so
always
crazy,
played-
bro.
It was just music.
That's so
smoking
sick.
weed,
Yeah, same.
Never really growing. I mean, I did it. You know, when I got out of high school, late '90s, early 2000s, I grew a little bit in my, just in the closet.
Yeah.
Really, just because I got tired of buying shitty weed and
Same.
hooking my friends up.
Mood.
Went to Amsterdam, picked some seeds up from there. Went to British Columbia, picked some seeds up from out there, and just kind of
Nice.
started working with different strains. And then when I went up to Oregon, just kind of really started doing it on more of a larger scale. But no, I mean, I love it now. It's just.
What was like your professional life before weed?
Yeah, good question.
I DJ'd for about 12 years in the early.
Why are you so
Let's
fucking
go,
What
dude.
the fuck?
I used to. That was kind of more. It started out as a hobby. I mean, I always loved music. I used to do a bunch of house parties, and then started going to the club scene and started just watching the DJs and started finding kind of like the genres that I liked.
Bro.
Nagy's falling
When I
in
went
love.
to Europe,
Me.
I fell
I've
in
never
love
been to
with.
Europe,
What I
but-
fell in love with at the time was really dark underground
Trap?
German techno.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
fuck yeah.
Trap
That's what we're
really
talking
didn't
about.
start coming out until
Oh, so
really
you-
when I started getting out of
Trap
it.
is kind of the UK thing, I think. German start the techno like
Like a
house
drum and
vibe,
bass
Swedish House
vibe.
Mafia kind of esque.
Harder and darker. The shit that
okay.
just
Fuck
wasn't
yeah.
mainstream.
Oh,
'Cause I played a
interesting.
lot of underground parties, a lot of warehouses that wouldn't open till like 4 a.m. and go
Yeah.
2 days straight.
I went to those in Dallas. They would go till 8 a.m.
Dallas, yeah, oh yeah. So
You hateable.
yeah, so I did that for a while. I really enjoyed that, and at the same time, I was working kind of like a day job with Verizon, selling advertising out of the phone books,
Damn.
the yellow pages, and that was tough. But
It's
it's
tough.
it
Tough
was-
sales.
It paid the bills. It
Right.
supported the lifestyle. By
It's
by
taxable.
My music.
Yeah, it's the
And it
taxable.
just kind of worked my way up through kind of like the corporate America structure for many years. And so prior to getting into cannabis, I worked for this company called McKesson. So McKesson does pharmaceutical distribution. They have a lot of warehouses across all of North America and Europe, and really good company as far as how they took care of employees. I learned a lot about working with people, different personalities, working with different.
Chick-fil-A did that for me.
It was good. I learned a lot. I did very well, very successful in mid-level management. When I left there, I had 222 employees under my organization. Had offices in 3 different states, and so it was a good experience. That actually I look at it as it kind of helped me prepare that business sense on how to manage, because I was essentially doing the same thing for them, of managing mergers, acquisitions, and their business, and I take the same skill sets and apply it to managing my shit today.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
just a different
sick.
product.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I just kind of just got burned out on the corporate world. I got tired of being around fake people, and I got tired of trying to play that corporate game of moving up the ladder and shit like that. And and my dad was sick at the time, and I said, I just need to take a break from life for a minute and figure some shit out. So I started, cannabis really. This was like 2016, 2015, 2016. And cannabis was really starting to gain a lot more popularity from a legal aspect outside.
and you're in Oregon still?
No, I was in Texas.
Oh, Texas still.
So I was looking at what cannabis was doing. It was helping my dad health-wise. And I was thinking, everything's kind of pointing me in the direction of going towards something cannabis-related. So I started applying for bartender jobs in Oregon, in Colorado,
Damn.
in Vegas. Vegas was going legal at the time, everywhere. And I couldn't get an interview. I couldn't get nothing, because my resume was all corporate management driven. I couldn't put on there that I grew weed in my closet, for 8 years or anything like that.
Yeah.
Bro, this is such a such a weird opposite as cause I remember looking at fucking resumes and going no experience, no chance. Different state, we're not paying for your
That's what was
relocation
happening.
type thing.
I mean,
It was sketch. It was
I couldn't even
scary.
I couldn't even get an entry level bartender position or in ground level working in
Jeez.
cultivation, because I knew if I could get my foot in the door, I wanted to learn everything from the ground up, and I could work my way up.
Yeah.
I finally got this interview for a COO position, which was a little bit more suited to my background, for a new dispensary coming into Portland, Oregon, Farmgrass Table. The partners and investors were out of Colorado. They had dispensaries there, so they've been in the industry for several years. So I got an interview. Interview went really well. Obviously, I didn't get the job, which I understood, but the interview is what pushed me to kind of build my own business plan and say, you know what, if no one's going to hire me, fuck it, I'm gonna figure out a way to do it myself.
100%.
So that's what happened. I put a business plan together. Got together like $500,000 from a family friend. Went up to Oregon, started going through the licensing process, and ended up buying a 5,000 square foot facility. Started to build out on it, and then the property that was getting built on, the guy went into litigation. He lost everything, so I lost everything.
Damn.
So I was in Oregon. I lost.
Oh my God.
I lost close to $500,000 up there.
On a loan.
Yeah.
So-
like, dude, whoa.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
We're following along. We're high.
The
We're following along.
cannabis industry is not easy by any means.
No.
So at that point, I could either give up, or I can figure out a way just to make it work. I've already put so much of my life into this, and I believe that I was already building the brand, had good following while I was out in Oregon, and just things led me here to Oklahoma, which I'm glad it did. It brought me back closer to home.
Dude.
I love it out here. I've been able to really kick off my brand, grow weed, which is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Go through flavors. That's why I like doing all this pheno hunting, all these different strains, because I want people to enjoy it. I like variety. I
Yeah,
want
same.
to smoke all of this shit. That's why I grew up, because I want to smoke it.
Yeah.
But I also want other people to be able to try different varieties and strains that they may not get to anywhere else.
It keeps it fun and fresh, right? Like, that's part of the...
Yeah, but Oregon was a great lesson. I try to pull the positives out of any negative experience. I got up there, I was able to learn the industry a little bit, start building the brand, pheno hunting.
And you got a head start on this one, because this one's
100%,
still in
yeah.
its infancy, and you
So I
got
take all the
experience.
positives. So yeah, it was, from a financial perspective, yeah, it was a big loss because a lot went into the property that was getting built. But I also invested quite a bit into genetics. I also invested quite a bit into, cultivating and other things that benefit the business today. I bought my LED lights. I bought a lot of equipment, stuff that was going to go into the facility that I sent back from Oregon to Oklahoma. So a lot of that out of that initial money, went to things that helping the business today. So it wasn't a complete loss, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think it's more time than
longer
money.
investment. Yeah.
Money comes and goes, but time you can't get back.
No.
So you can't.
Time is the
plan
best
the process.
investment. Investing in yourself pays the best interest.
So yeah, so this, I've been out here. It'll be 3 years in April.
I love that you love it, man. I've fucking
do, man.
been
I
here
really
my
enjoy it.
entire life. I've actually never been outside of Oklahoma longer than 2 weeks. And
Damn.
I love this fucking place, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's-
and I love hearing people who come from outside. Like, I got a really good friend from New York
Yeah.
who, like, has always lived there, and he's really business oriented, and he comes here and just loves this
He's
place.
about to
and-
move here.
You guys should be excited of what you're seeing with the growth. Just me being out here in such a short amount of time,
Yeah, we
I've
are.
seen it change so much just over the last 2.5, 3 years. And you look at the potential and really what's happening of where it's going to be the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty crazy, man. You have a lot of people moving in.
No, a lot. And that's the other thing is, like, I used to want to move out of the state, and now every time I've been out of the state, I've been all over the country, and every time I leave the country, or leave the state, I always find myself, like, appreciating it, but I'm like, damn, I don't actually live in this area. Like, I love where I'm from now, but everywhere else feels more like a vacation, and Oklahoma almost feels like home. And then now that people are moving here and weed's legal, it's like cheaper land out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's not like, it's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's a little more inaccessible. You're not like fighting. Dude, I live in California. Fighting traffic every day. You're adding 2 or 3 hours to your life, like taking your night off.
Man. Dallas Fort Worth is crazy.
It's the
with
same,
traffic.
dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I'd rather not.
No, I love it.
Traffic here is already bad enough. But yeah, saying, so real quick, what's your grow method? You said you use LEDs. Is it LEDs?
So LEDs, I use Fluence Viper Series LEDs. For a medium, I use Royal Gold King's Mix. It's kind of a soil peat moss mixture, and then I mend it with just some Vital Garden soil builder, which kind of extends the life of the soil a little bit. It just has a lot of different back guanos and shit in it.
So you don't. So is that technically living soil
No,
mixture?
I don't do a living soil
Okay.
because I don't.
I guess I've never heard of that combo before.
Yeah, I don't add carrots. I don't add, earthworms and clover and rice hulls and different stuff into my soil. What I do is I re-amend the soil after every harvest. So I'll go about three harvests, 3 runs with the same batch of soil. I may put in a fresh bag in between if the bed's looking low or depleted. But I just re-amend the soil builder.
So it's not so it's soil but not living soil. So there's a
Right.
difference.
It's kind of more like a low-till type method, I guess.
Okay.
Would be the term used for it, because I pull the root balls out, I re-amend it, I clean it. I add more additives in, like I add azomite, which is a mineral that's it's only mined out of Utah. But azomite just really gives it a lot of rich minerals to extend the life of the soil. I add fish
Azomite.
bone meal. Different stuff like that.
That sounds like a gamer tag.
Yeah.
Azomite.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. But as far as what I feed my plants, I use BioBiz. I use their full line of nutrients. So they use plant-based nutrients. They're out of Bilbao, Spain.
Plant-based, so vegan nutrients.
I wouldn't say they're full vegan because they have fish mix, but the majority of their nutrients are plant-based. But yes,
Just trying to get some of those, some of the,
yeah. So I'll do like 3 base feedings, nutrient feedings, and then I'll do a tea once a week, 3 base feedings and like enzymes. And I just rotate that all the way through harvest.
damn.
What you got there, Nagy?
7-gram joint.
Fatty.
Truth or false? Flushing your plants before you harvest them is a thing,
Yes.
and you should do it.
Yes, you should. That's true.
So real quick for context, I was working as a operations manager for a 60,000 square foot grow,
Okay.
and the owners who trusted the growers. I wasn't the grower, but I was speaking on behalf of the growers to the owners. This was a while back too, so they aren't even in existence anymore. But they told me they wanted to rush the harvest date because they said that they heard that they found out, did research that it's a myth that flushing your plants doesn't actually do anything, but they also don't smoke.
Yeah.
But I quit that job because of that, and I was like, I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna ask every person that I come into contact with if they flush their plants, because I'm pretty sure it's still a thing.
Yeah, you have to, regardless of what type of nutrients or even with full-on organics and stuff, it never hurts to do a flush. Now, depending on what you're running, you may not have to flush as heavy or as long, but if you're running synthetics, which a lot of commercial grows are,
Right, which
you
they
need,
were.
You need to be flush 14 to 21 days prior to harvest, because you're gonna have so much salt built up.
Yeah.
Unless you're running like an enzyme every 10 days or something that's gonna clean out the buildup and the roots, you have to be flushing closer to harvest.
Just making sure we're all on the same page.
Bro, this
here.
apple pie is gacked out.
Dude, it's insane.
Dude, all
It
the
smells
awesome.
crazy.
Dude,
I
a
haven't
lot of
smoked it
these.
yet. I'm really excited.
I got so high from that
Dude,
fucking
don't get
bowl.
too ahead of yourself.
Oh my
Need some
God.
of this at Dana's.
Don't get too ahead of yourself
This
over here.
never
There's a
comes
quarter
available
getting
in the
passed
future.
around.
Yeah, that's a nice joint now.
Thank you, buddy.
That's a fatty for sure.
Nagy's a roller. He rolls thumers.
It's got 5 tips in it.
It does. Yeah, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8.
These motherfuckers.
A lot of tips, man.
It's all from
It's
mine.
a
It's
pack, man.
it's my
Guys.
my joint. So if anyone's got a problem,
All right. Oh, that makes me.
I mean
feel
not my
better.
joint. My bad. My papers.
That makes me feel better. Because Hunter came over here and used like fucking 37 tips one time.
Yeah, no, that's mine.
For one tip or one joint.
It's a nice joint, though. It was a nice one. That's all I have to say.
I'd be very curious to have your flour or have your flour in rosin form though. Like I almost can't wait for that.
That's
And we touched on that earlier, but
that's what I want to focus on this year, this last half of
2022?
the year as well. Is I want to. I'm actually looking for some properties, where I can set up some greenhouses, some nice greenhouses,
nice.
and run
There's
a lot
some
of
for sale.
I know I've been seeing some. There's going to be more coming up. So
Yeah, there are.
I'm keeping my eye out, but my goal is to take a lot of the same genetics that I run indoor and run them in the greenhouse.
Oh, yeah.
So I can do fresh frozen for some
Oh, yeah.
whole flour, just really good genetics.
That's
for
the move.
hash rosin. Also I want to do pre rolls, and I want to do all flour pre rolls.
Let's go.
This same strains, and even infused. I would love to take, say, like black cherry punch, right? Take
Rosin.
take the flour, take the black cherry punch rosin and say black cherry punch keef or something, and just do an infused all the way through the same strain, and then you kind of hit every layer of flavor.
How does it? Have you did R&D with the keef yet? Every time, okay, because we've had
jars of keef at the shop of every.
I was
strain.
about to ask that. Like,
Yeah.
do you end up with keef, and what do you do with it? Because you never see it for sale and dispos here.
and
So
processors usually don't buy, or
I've just been
dispos usually
keeping
don't buy
it.
it.
I'll roll it in my joints and when I want to get really big. But I just, when the trimmers get through every strain, they'll just collect the keef out of their trays and we'll keep it in jars per strain.
That's dope.
I can wash it. I can rehydrate. We've rehydrated keef and I've ran it through my bubble bags. Tons of water.
Really?
Yeah, you can dry sift it though,
I'd like to get a jar and see if it sells.
Yeah, I mean, it might.
Jar of
Put
keef.
it in the depot, yeah. Because I remember whenever I went to Colorado the first time, I went to Starbuds actually.
Yeah.
And they had a big ass jar of keef.
Yeah.
Just like all their
I've seen
weed.
some press
all
them in
clumped
like
up.
coins, like 1 gram, look like coins.
That's
With
hard.
keef coins.
Yeah, keef coins.
That's hard.
Yeah.
We used to sell them at Stars and Stripes.
Keef coins?
No, keef. We used to have a jar. I literally had a quarter pound of it in a
What'd you sell it
mason
for?
jar. It was like $5 a gram.
Nice.
And you can get keef for dirt cheap,
But it
like
was super
dollar
light.
gram.
A gram was
People
like
don't.
you could blow a gram.
Yeah.
Bro.
It wouldn't even fill like you could have a 7 gram fill up with a little 1 gram. of
Bear
weed
sent
jar.
me a story the other day of 710 Labs, and they spill all their ice water shit all over the table. Just
Oh,
like
man.
I did that at his house like 2 days before.
Oh my god, bro!
was
I
like-
didn't even know what happened. It
I
was
like,
so
dude, it makes it feel
fucked.
so much better.
Yeah.
Dude, he opens this fucking lid upside down. Like, give me a.
No, it wasn't upside down.
Or it was-
No, I had.
it
a
was
fucking
sideways.
Paper towel in my hand because I was cleaning shit, and then he hands me a jar. He comes back up, and I like take it and hold it like.
You
this.
like unscrewed it
And
upside
I
or sideways,
unscrewed
I
it like
guess.
this,
My
and
bad.
because I had shit in here, it fucking like
Oh man.
fucking fell all over the place.
All I know is, dude, it was like
I didn't expect it to be loose either because I was expecting concentrates in there. I didn't know it was gonna
Yeah.
be all fucking
Yeah, it
sandy.
definitely looked like sand hit the ground, and it was
little $200 on the ground. No big deal.
R.I.P.
it was quiet for a good 2 minutes.
I bet it was.
I didn't know what happened.
It was my birthday gift though.
Yeah.
So.
But still.
I
but still.
right, I felt like shit, dude.
Yo, that smelled good as
He
fuck
goes,
too.
well, that was your gift, so at least it was yours.
Yes.
I was like, it's
at least you fucked it for you.
What strain's in that joint?
yay.
Sugar cane.
Dude, it's fucking insane.
Stupid. Yeah. It's
That's
fucking.
insane.
Cocaine.
Oh, sorry.
I'm over here like
Okay.
still.
There's like a
tasting air in my
balance. You either
mouth.
pack it too tight where it doesn't hit it, or loose enough that it might fall out when you know. So it's
Yeah.
But
Yeah, sugarcane's a new one. I haven't dropped that one yet. I've ran it a couple of times through. I did a really small batch this run.
I'll be honest, it's the only one that I've had other places, and it's about exactly the same as gas. And the other one, like everything else you got, I've never seen anybody else do it on your level.
Thank you.
But yeah, sugarcane's fucking gas. Like fucking. Which is this compound next to?
Mm-hmm. Joker. No, sugarcane is in-house.
Oh, in-house.
So that's
Okay.
slurricane cross with purple punch.
Yeah, I love a sugarcane. It's so
Yeah.
sweet.
I'm gonna work to dial it in a little bit better this next round. There's a few things I wanna adjust on it.
How do you, as far as adjustment goes, without going into detail too
Yeah.
much, like what do you, when you say you adjust things, like what kind of things do you adjust?
I mean everything from
Or would look for.
from training the plant to get it to produce a little bit bigger buds.
So is that like, you know,
Because this one grows a little bit lankier than some of the others, so there's a few things
so
like
you
I
make
might
it wider?
might top it earlier, top it more frequently, so it gets a little bit bushier, not so lanky.
Okay.
Or I might scrog it down a little bit different than the net.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Interesting.
As far as feeding goes, I think it's taken the nutrients and everything pretty well. I think it's just going to go. I might let it run a little bit longer, a couple more days longer than I harvested this last, just to kind of ripen up the flavors a little bit more. So a few adjustments like that.
That's interesting.
How many people help you in the grow? Not trimming or anything else, like actually touching.
It's really
the plants.
just been me the last few years.
Still?
Well, I brought this guy London in back in I want to say October maybe. So he's been learning, doing a good job. And then my younger brother from Texas just moved up here at the end of January. So I've been kind of training him, getting him up to speed. So they've been, taking a lot off of my shoulders. Doing a lot of the plant maintenance, cleaning leaves, keeping the facility clean, stuff that really eats a lot of the time.
For
Where I can focus a little bit more on the plants and also, doing drops,
And R&D and
fielding
stuff.
sales, handling compliance, doing taxes, all that other shit I have to do.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to get automated for you so that you can start thinking of future stuff too. So
Right, which is getting that team in place to take a lot of these other responsibilities. That's one
Yeah.
of the things I'm working on this year is so I can focus on the bigger scale of the business and growing it.
that's literally one of our goals too.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's like, it's definitely, I don't know, it's definitely dope. That's one reason why we definitely respect you. Is a lot of people, I think, build themselves up too quickly to have, like, they almost like want to relieve themselves of stress fast, and it's like at that point you're almost giving like your reputation up to somebody who's almost not going to appreciate it. Because like with us three, at least we didn't expect this session thing to be happening as much as it has, but at this point we're gonna have to start getting help, or else we're gonna start
Sure.
leveling out.
No, you have to.
And that's kind of the thing is, like, we've gotten to this point not because we didn't just build something for everybody else to kind of like take over for us. Like, we love doing this for the community, and now it's getting to the point where obviously, like, if we don't add other people to it and start helping alleviate, we can't add more things to it because we have to automate something so that we can have space to think of more stuff.
The thing is if you've been doing it so long yourselves, you know where you need to help at, and you know
What's automatable.
You know what you're looking for in a person to come in and kind of fill these roles.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's the hard part is, you hit on it, is finding people who are going to share the same passion and vision that you have.
That's the huge thing.
And that's why I've just kind of have taken on a lot of the responsibility myself, because
you do what
it's
needs to be
hard
done.
find those people. I know that I'm going to do it the right way, where someone else might be taking shortcuts because to them it's just another dollar in their pocket.
It's just another job.
So that having my brother, having London, who's super passionate about the brand, is going to help a lot, and then just keep building on that with the right people.
And meeting you too, you're kind of like us. Like, we drip. I mean, you can tell meeting you, like us, why it's so easy to talk to you about this kind of stuff, and why we can just dive in and like get sidetracked about whatever. Is like, you can feel it when you first talk to and meet somebody, so it's almost intimidating to someone who's not. So I'm sure finding someone to work with you, like, you can see right through them if they're not like taking this job as seriously as you would take it, because most people don't realize, like, the reason why I think we all are where we're at right now is every job that we have or every brand that we represent is an extension of us in a way, and so we base it basically on as an extension on our reputation and the way we view ourselves. So if we carry a brand, we want the brand to have good credibility and have good crew that stands behind that, and then we want to represent the brand well. So obviously we're not out here like drinking, driving, smoking weed, and partying, acting a fool, making the brand and or ourselves look bad. So I think it has a lot to do with like people that definitely take care of themselves and their passion. Like, a lot of people almost you just push away the people. It gets a lot harder to work with people that aren't passionate, because there's a lot of people that are here just for the money, and they're not here to make actual change.
A lot of people are too selfish in what it's going to do for them rather than what it's going to do for
financially,
the business or for the people they're working with. And what they don't understand is if they carry the same passion and vision and do a really good job, that's going to reflect on them whenever those future opportunities do come up.
That's huge. That's what's happening with us too, because I mean, not like us, but like, I think a lot of people don't realize, like, we're not looking for handouts and stuff, and like, you're building. Most people don't. I'm sure looking at this, people would think this is a big, huge scale or corporation. You know what I mean? Operation going on, and you're building pretty modest. Like, it's not small by any means, but it's not big by any means.
I have a small operation. I mean, I run right at this. Basically 100 lights, a little less.
I mean, what's the square? Would you say your square footage?
So the total facility is 6,000 square feet, but I'm only using maybe 4,000 of it for cultivation.
Crazy.
So,
and that proves that you don't even. I mean, most of our big hitters, like, obviously, like, there's a lot more grows coming out, but a lot of our big hitters that aren't you guys on our menu are 7 to 12 lighters, because they just like they haven't figured out the genetics as much. They don't have the lineup you have, but that's what their thing is they don't overproduce, and they just keep it creative.
That's kind of the mindset I had coming into this market. Is I wanted to produce what I knew would keep it kind of artisanal, small batch, fetch a premium price, but I wanted the quality to be there.
You're not even that, like, not that you're not premium, but like the price isn't unaffordable. Like, you're right in the middle. I try
to set the prices where I think the market really should be, because I want that to translate over to the patients.
Yeah, like, you're not. It's not a greedy pack. Like, I'm not paying $60 an eighth.
The sugar cane's got me fucked up.
Yeah, with a cookie, like, with that, not cookies, but that quality of feeling when I'm leaving it. Like, I would brag to my friends just as more so with this than I would with a cookies pack, just because this is grown, all of that shit in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And those are fucking cooler.
And these are
That's
cooler.
about it.
Yeah, and they're way cooler, dude. Honestly.
Way fucking cooler.
That's neat.
I love the art, specifically on the tiger one.
That's probably one of my favorites too.
Tiger
Man.
cape.
The sublimation too on the merch is just like
I like the Tokyo Snow, that
Tokyo's
cyborg geisha.
hard.
Yeah,
that and the
I want
that
to
one's
tattoo
sick.
that and the
shit.
Jokers, like the white packs, the white and red are a vibe.
Yeah,
I like the eyes.
That would be a cool tattoo.
Oh yeah, dude.
Cool tattoo.
You have any tattoos?
Yeah, I have a Japanese dragon on my right foot. It kind of goes on my leg, and then I have like a dead tree over here, some graffiti stuff under here. I want to get tatted up. The problem is I just
Time.
I'm too OCD with what I want, and
dude.
it's hard to find because once I put it on there,
No,
I guess
dude.
it's the commitment thing.
No,
Yeah.
dude, same. Because
I have a ton of ideas.
I'm the exact same way. You have to just think about it like this. Because if you want to get tatted, you have to just start somewhere. And
I
the
know.
rest of them, like the tattoos specifically don't matter because you'll be covering, as long as you're not getting like massive tattoos.
Yeah.
Like with this one right here, dude, I got this
Okay, yeah,
coffin
yeah,
with
yeah.
like a eye in the middle of it. And it's more so from the person that gave me the tattoo because it's like a flash tattoo.
See, my struggle is.
But I'll keep getting more
My
around it.
struggle is I kind of go overboard with everything that I want to do.
You overthink
if
it.
I want to get a tattoo, I'm gonna get fucking sleeves.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but that's what this starts. That's the start, though. You just start small. You do one little
It's hard for me to
increment,
start small.
but just make it as intricate as possible, and then you're just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That one's
No, I know
within my
exactly what you
containment.
mean.
That way, you're not taking it. Because the main thing I have is like, because I wanted the whole sleeve too. Because when I started this, and I was like, no, I got to start with one piece.
And just build on it.
Yeah, and just make it as creative as possible. And I'm about to go get it finished on Saturday. But my point is like, I had the same fucking problem, and I was like, I just gotta get random tattoos. So I have like lips on my ass. I have like
I saw the picture of that.
you are the only limit on my
awesome.
side. So like little pieces that'll eventually, and some of them mean more than others, obviously. But like the lips on my ass don't mean nothing. It's just kind of like to have
That's
an
a fun
ass.
play, though.
It's just an ass tat. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun, but that's kind of where I'm at too. Is I'm like I overthought it till I'm almost 30 now. So I overthought it like this whole time, and I'm like, do I just want to get? And then that's where this happened. I was like, I'm just gonna get something random, like it's not too super bad. And this is kind of shitty, so I'll get it fixed at some point. But fuck it, dude. I think you only have one life, and now that we're our own bosses, are kind of in a cool position where we can kind of do what we want and creative freedoms. Like it just kind of helps. I think what makes, and what a lot of people don't realize too, is like when you follow your passions, it doesn't matter like what you look like to the corporate world, because your passions will literally make you financially stable enough to like be successful. So if you just do what makes you happy and that feeds your passions, then you're chilling. A lot of these rappers, the reason why they get famous for having face tattoos is because they use the face tattoos and all that shit to say, I'm not going back, like I'm dedicating my shit to this rap shit. I'm gonna make the connections, find the best beats, do whatever the fuck I have to do to make myself poppin'. And that's kind of what we do, is we just buy cool fucking rigs and shit and things that make us happy to stay in the industry, and it makes us like just keep wanting to be more creative and more
That's what everybody
innovative.
should do, is just create the life you want to live.
100%. I don't know why I keep seeing a lot of this thing's about to go out.
Yeah.
I keep seeing a lot of like documentaries about how the way of education system doesn't teach kids anymore about like I forgot what I think it was Hugh Glass. Yeah, he was talking about how he didn't even know he wanted to be a rapper. He just ended up taking a poetry class. I never took a poetry class.
No, I didn't either.
A lot of us don't get that option of having some kind of creative weird thing, and he didn't even. I don't even think it was like something they touched on more than like when he was a child. Like they didn't go into it when he was a kid or when he was an adult.
crushes it.
It's crazy.
Sick.
Imagine if he would have started, if that would have been a thing, like artistry or graphic design or rapping or I don't know, skateboarding, or some people could literally have a way to still be ready for the realities of life, but still have a way to find this passion.
Yeah, I get
have
what
this
you're saying,
passion.
because I think
Because it's like one or the other.
It takes people may never ever figure out what it is that they really should be doing in life.
It sucks,
So
and I feel like
yeah, you're right. I mean, I think
know?
I guess that could be a deeper conversation at some point, but
I had to share that.
nice.
yeah, I mean, the education system could definitely do a better job of identifying, certain creative or talents within individuals at an early age. for
I've
sure.
even looked like a lot of my friends are doing homeschooling now because they have, since COVID, they've actually came out with more more programs to homeschool, and it gives the kid more freedom as long as they're I don't know,
cool.
it's different, but definitely some interesting shit. Because I would have never thought about weed, but I was always into business.
Yeah.
But I never thought about business until after high school.
Yeah.
It wasn't like taxes, all those being a leader or like leading by example, all of these like stoic and like, you know, responsible ideologies, I never really got stuck into me until
they
I
don't
was.
fucking teach you that. Hell no.
Yeah, they just
don't
tell you to be a
teach
good person.
Hey, you know, you're gonna have to be a leader one day. They don't do that. They don't like teach you
Yeah,
that shit.
everyone's a worker bee. I mean, which is fine because this takes all type of people to make the world go around. But there should be like leadership classes more early than
Yeah.
college. But
I agree.
don't let me get sidetracked though.
Dude, the sugar cane's phenomenal.
Yeah, dude, I'm high as
insane.
fuck.
It's insane. It's really, really fucking good.
I am high
Halfway
as
through that
fuck.
joint, you guys were like mid-conversation. I just kept like leaning forward halfway to say that.
No, my eyes are heavy as
So
shit, dude.
I like the
Yeah.
profile on it. It's a nice profile.
So sweet. Honestly, I think one of my favorites is the glazed apricot. Though I'm not gonna lie, 'cause
Yeah, that glazed
I'm a little
apricot is
citrusy
That's
guy.
definitely one of my favorites.
insane.
That one, whenever they trim it, I mean, you walk in, and your eyes will start burning. That's
Nice.
how gassy the trim room gets.
Nice. Oh my god, dude, your trim room's fire too. All the murals. Sheesh. Damn. So,
You haven't been since I redid the dry cure metal thing, where I have all the jars on the wall.
yeah. That was
you
last.
seen that? You seen
Yeah, I saw that. The wooden thing, the wooden
Yeah.
raw
Yeah.
racks. Yeah, they're all the
White
jars are
lids
sick.
coming out of that black wall.
Yeah,
It's
no, those
so
are
sick.
fucking hard,
Yeah,
bro.
it's so sick.
Yeah,
Want
last
that
time
in
I
my
was there,
house.
you were pretty much you did.
No, I want that in my house. I
Oh.
want like a wall all around with weed
Oh, that would
jars
be
and have
s-
a lounge set up in there. You're walking like
cool.
a cigar lounge, you know?
You need,
That's
to,
so
you need to extend this
sick.
wall out to the fence.
Instead of like a humidifier
Yeah.
room, you got like.
We need to
a
extend this
curing
wall out
room.
to the
Curating.
fence,
Yeah,
bro.
curing room.
That'd be cool.
Bust this wall out to the fence another 5 feet,
That's
and we need to
dope.
just do that shit. Yeah.
Extend this wall. What do you mean?
We'll just make one of those little walls like he's got, and just blow the wall out. We'll just add some
You're saying
rooms.
it has to be in here.
Yeah, let's do it in here. Yeah, it has to be in the smoke. We'll just have the
Yeah.
wall over there. Need it. Yeah, dude. How many strains do you usually have at any given time on that wall?
Usually about 12.
Nice. All with
I'll,
you do R&D strains on the wall though too. Like that's
well,
where
the
you carry all of
R&D I
them.
put in smaller jars. I have so much right now that I should have brought you guys
Dude,
some
you
jars.
need
But
let us do R&D.
Yeah, so I have a lot.
Yeah.
We'll be there tomorrow.
That I've
Pheno
put
honey?
written down.
Yeah, we did
R&D?
pheno hunted for
Some of
fresh,
the-
pheno hunted
yeah,
for a
some
couple
of
of
the
people.
some of the nightmare runts.
What?
There's several of those that are just. I'm running probably 6 different phenotypes.
That's
here again.
that's
just
manageable.
to narrow it down.
I did 13, so if it's less than 13, we're chilling.
Yeah.
Bro.
So
pull up.
the
I wanna-
loud cake.
What is it?
Loud Cake, which that's the in-house, that's Project 4516, Cross with Pancakes. There's several of those that are fire.
Dude.
The truffle cake,
I heard about the truffle cake.
it's white truffle cross with pancakes. A couple of those that are fire. The Prosecco,
Sounds
so
insane.
that's mimosa cross with watermelon gelato. There's a couple of those that are fire.
We'll be there tomorrow. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Deadass.
No, seriously.
Would you
I was
ever
having
blind
jar.
taste test your own weed?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I would. That'd be cool.
No
Bro.
shit.
Dude.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
That sounds so sick.
Actually, that would.
Let's
be,
roll some joints.
right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to roll little ones. I don't really roll the little ones.
I
out.
have
only
pre-roll
roll-
papers
Yeah,
in my
so
bag.
so there's a lot in
Yeah, I
got-
jars
I got- yeah.
that I haven't even gone through yet.
Let's fucking go. Because honestly, we need like a weekly sponsor. Not every
Strawberry-
week, but
strawberry mints is gonna be fire.
not every week. But one of these weeks, we need to have
Mean.
just sponsored by and have whoever our guest is, we'll do a pheno hunt or kind of a taste test with them. That'd be tight. Some unreleased shit. Oh wait, what am I doing?
Oh, Jake, can you grab me a tray?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Damn. Yeah, you can just use this. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You
Look
can
at
use
that.
that. Yeah, you stop.
I'm trying to get to where I have
Oh, dude, that's okay.
seasonal flavors.
Okay.
Seasonal flavors.
Seasonal flavors.
Dude, I'll just do a dab while you wait. While I wait.
Tell me they've got pumpkin spice out there
Our
somewhere.
seasonal.
I'm sure.
Dude, what is
there are.
this?
You don't want that.
This only
Is
has
this
one
what I don't,
cone.
this is what I don't
You
want?
want that.
Okay.
This is pretty good too.
I just remembered.
You know. I did that to Maddie too.
I thought it was the other jar, but I guess.
I gave somebody a dab at the sesh, and then
Wait.
she grabs that jar and goes to like take a dab. I was like, "You don't want that," and she goes, "Oh."
Is that not? Am I like? Was that the same jar the whole time?
So are
Oh,
we?
yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Well, just chill, Hunter.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just chill, Hunter. Pipe down.
So what's next for you guys? I mean, what's coming up next?
Okay.
I guess we can soft drop it.
Soft drop like the ideas because I'm not sure what's on. There's a couple of things on
I don't
play.
All right.
Go ahead, just
I'll
drop it.
Go for it. The 31st. Have you met the Cincy Magazine guy?
No.
Okay. Do you know Cincy Magazine?
Yes.
Okay. So we're looking at doing an event with him on the 31st. Top and bottom of the farmers market.
Okay, that'd be dope.
We'll take the bottom. He'll take the top.
Okay.
Sounds pretty fucking dope. The dude's
That would
pretty
be cool.
Very, very, very willing to work with us on all aspects.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
pretty good vibe so far. After that, we are switching up some of the things in the sesh. We're looking at new DJs,
Okay.
new musicians in general, just kind of different vibes. We'll still have the same guys and all our homies there, but maybe just shorter sets.
No, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean it brings in new vibe, new energy, new people.
And they have their own crowds.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
they bring new people
I
and
think
also
that's- I
smoke
think that's a
weed.
great idea.
So that's kind of a thing that we've been looking at the last couple sessions and looking at how to attack. A thing that I'll semi-touch on without the real name, we might be looking at like some sort of a monthly thing.
Okay.
Wait, a week, a monthly thing.
Yeah, like a subscription.
We already do a month. Oh yeah, okay.
Like a,
So we already do a monthly thing.
right,
So you have to
you're right,
elaborate.
you're right, you're right. A little more specific. Like a subscription to
Yeah,
the sesh type
okay.
of deal. So
That's dope.
it'd come with obviously a lot more than just a monthly
Sure.
event.
They used to in Oregon. I keep referring back to that because that's where I was, exposed quite a bit to the, the legal cannabis side of things. But they had a cannabis club that would do memberships like that, not just for people that attend, but also for businesses. Would do like monthly
Exactly.
subscriptions like that.
Yeah.
And they would allow them to put like their banner or whatever at every sesh and. It give them access to, like exclusive events and stuff if they wanted to pop, different shit like that, different
Yeah.
levels of it. But I mean, it was, there was a lot that jumped in on that,
Another thing that we're looking at doing is kind of restructuring our gold sponsor,
Okay.
and then taking that and like whenever we do the sesh, we'll kind of extend that sponsorship for them and turn our table into more of their table as well. So we'll have sesh banners, but like on top of it,
Gotcha.
we'll be smoking their stuff and like bragging about their
Yeah,
stuff.
that's cool.
And then the most immediate podcast afterwards will be directly sponsored by them, whether they're on it or not. But we'll be consuming the gold sponsorship stuff and then put their logo up there and, kind of have more of a permanent
Yeah.
thing on their sponsorship than,
That'd be cool.
because that lasts forever. We put these on YouTube and, they last forever.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's all about creating more value. And at the end of the day, people want to get their money's worth. We want to be able to provide value that is gonna, be seen longer than just the event itself. And right now, it does kind of carry on, but it'd be cool to have other avenues that are like a podcast is obviously cool. Like I want to be able to do a vlog too. That's kind of the same kind of insight where people can, pay for. What the fuck is this thing not turning on?
That one's dead. Use the old reliable.
Old Faithful.
But yeah, just having different avenues of getting in front of people's faces. People have different ways of consuming content. Some people are YouTubers. Some people are on Instagram.
Right.
Some people are on Twitch. Some people are,
Another thing that we're also focusing on this
Are
year.
y'all labeling? How are y'all keeping up with which ones they are?
I've only read one so far, so. Videos. We got a lot of dope content as far as photos and
Yeah.
maybe phone videos, shit like that. But we got the homie Gerald
Yep.
on monthly videos, and then at the end of the year we're gonna do a big sesh recap.
No, that's
And,
gonna be nice.
and those videos will be put on YouTube and
Yeah.
just googling a cannabis sesh or
Gerald
dab
crushes it, too.
competition. If you look up a dab competition on YouTube, it's so pathetic.
Why is it?
There's nothing on there.
Literally nothing.
I believe that.
Yeah, so if we can really get ahead of that and be more of
There's
the
some great production work around
exactly, yeah,
We're like the only ones.
There needs to be more
especially in
than-
Oklahoma.
all around.
For sure.
There needs to be better production all around, I think, for cannabis.
Do you got any more cones, Jacob?
I think we're the only ones that's even
Yes.
had a dab competition like
Yeah.
that recorded in Oklahoma, besides the Cowboy Cup one. But the Cowboy Cup one, I think, was mostly recorded on phones, on Instagram. But yeah, we got Gerald. Gerald's paid every month now to pull up with. I think Jeff's gonna start doing video too, but I know Gerald's. We paid him specifically to do recap videos every month. So there's just little 1 minute clips, but we're literally gonna have like some cool recap videos because we did a shout out. Thank you to everybody who sponsored last year, obviously.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to do that in almost a video form this time,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
and kind of like, throw pictures up of each booth of every month, kind of make it like a big huge thing. So I think that'd be sick. We would have tie it all in together at the end of the month, at the end of the year. Kind of want to do something like another either rolling competition or some kind of like we were also talking about like seasonal pheno wars or whatever,
Yeah.
like a pheno competition.
or like a sesh is best. Like have all these growers bring like
That would be sick.
like a quarter of bud in a jar. They don't have to sponsor, but just bring a quarter
Yeah.
and then label it. And if you want to fucking throw your shit up there, like come flex.
That'd be fun.
And then we can have all these people come and just vote. Like you get one ticket and you get a vote for the one you think's the best weed
Do
that
we
day.
smoke any of it, or is it just on look, smell?
All of it.
Yeah, I guess at the end we smoke it, but
And,
like
and not let anybody know whose it is.
Yeah, just numbers it at the very beginning. Change your name for a number.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. And that's part of our automation is like once we get the things automated, like right now, because we're still the ones, people don't realize, but we're still the ones like setting all this shit up. 300 fucking chairs, 35 tables. We're going to get all the food, all the water, we're loading it all
Oh,
up,
it's
all
a
the
lot,
music.
man.
Like
It's a
we're
lot.
3 people. Plus we have to take it all down after the session's all
Wow.
over. And we help you guys and everybody else with all your vendor stuff too, on top of the bar, going to get all the alcohol with the guys, all the marketing material. It's like a fuck ton of shit. So once we can start automating a lot of this stuff, like it's gonna get a lot better. And we're getting to the point now where people are, wanting to kind of do, because we don't get paid. A lot of people don't realize that is we don't make any money. We come out of pocket.
It all goes into it.
We come out of pocket almost like I came out of pocket
Actually,
$1,200 last month, and
I
I've
believe
just
it.
paid I just got myself paid back for this last sesh. So it's been one of those things where we do it for the community. We don't do it because it makes us money or gets us like any sort of like extra shit. It's really just kind of like because we truthfully want to hang out with
doing
people.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we really
And you also see the potential you have, if you keep building the way that you built it.
100%.
Yeah, and that's it. It's like
Because if you didn't have that belief in what you're doing in yourselves, you would have stopped a long time ago.
100%.
You know what I mean? Especially when it starts coming out of your pocket because it is
Yeah.
a lot of work.
It
is
shows that
it
you're-
is expensive. 100%.
And that's the people that see us for what it is and see this shit for what it is, and like see what we actually do. Like that's why they keep coming. I think that's why like we have the community that we have and why it's so cool. And also why like I said, you can see the passion in you. Like we feel it. It's kind of like a reflection of us because
Most definitely.
you just keep doing it regardless of whether it pays because it's just for the love of the game. Like you want to see this community keep going and getting stronger and stronger. And I think a lot of it has to do with the stigma, huh?
Hunter, do that one.
The stigma is a
This
lot of
one?
us are lazy
I have not.
stoners, and I think to me
Got another paper?
it's
Yes.
cool to be able to like have a bunch of people who are, because everyone that comes to the sesh is like a little entrepreneur in their own way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to the Rotary Club, I mean, I've never owned Rotary Club. Literally, what my friends would tell me, or my dad's friends would tell me, is like business meetings for guys in the downtown area that own big skyscraper businesses and like actual big properties and shit. And so it's like the Rotary Club for cannabis businesses, where a bunch of people are just out here.
This glazed apricot's bright, man. This shit smells so good.
Shit's insane, dude.
You roll these like cigars, dude.
I didn't have any fucking filters,
Dude, hit those.
so I had to. I just old school. I didn't have any.
Dude, you're
filters.
fucking dope. Fucking old school is dope. So what's your daily routine like? What's someone like you fucking do,
So
Mr. I do all my own stunts?
yeah, so lately I've been
Yep.
trying to take a little bit of time out for myself during the day. So I would say probably for about the last 8 weeks or so, I've been hitting the gym.
Okay. You a morning gym, afternoon
No,
gym?
I usually go around 1 o'clock, 1 to 3, something like that, a couple hours. And then it just kind of gives me a break during the day. So I'll get up, I'll get to the grow usually about 9. So I'll work some emails and stuff early in the morning when I first get up. I usually do that at home. Then I'll go to the grow about 9 and kind of do a walkthrough and see what needs to be done. My guys get there at 10:30. So I kind of give them direction on what needs to be done for the day. If there's stuff I need to work on, I'll jump in and take care of stuff. And then I'll kind of go run my errands. So when I'm out running my errands, I'll grab some lunch, go hit the gym, come back and finish the day. And sometimes I'll usually stay up there till 9, 10. When I was by myself, I'd pull over all night.
Talking about the grow.
The grow. So, that's a typical day.
It's like the gym, but people really I'm not a very muscular guy, but the gym does more mentally than it does physically.
1000%.
It is so crazy because I'll be honest, dude. When you don't have much to show for it, especially, it's hard to convince yourself to reiterate the muscle you've already put on because you're just because you're almost doing it for the mental every single time. And so it's always like a fucking bitch trying to go into the gym when I'm sitting in the parking lot. Once I go in, I start working out. I'm like, fuck, thank God I did this, bro. And I leave and I feel fantastic.
You gotta have that mental push, but you're right. That's what I've enjoyed. It's just that break during the day where I can go clear my head, get that mental focus, and then go back to the grind.
I always have to do it in the morning, or else for some reason I get so busy throughout the day that I just can't beeline to the gym because a lot of my time is spent driving to and from different grows, dispensaries, or Tulsa, Oklahoma City, freaking Ardmore, Enid, or whatever. So, but the 5 a.m., 6 a.m. crowd, right before people start showing up at 6, 7 o'clock, is really prime for me because 10 gyms 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, but problem for me too is I end up working so late that if it's past midnight, 1 o'clock, I'm like, fuck, I'm not waking up at 4:30 and 5 in the morning, dude. This is gonna suck.
It's tough.
4 hours of sleep's not healthy. You know what I mean? And part of being healthy is having enough sleep at night. And I'm like, I'd rather do home workouts. It still kind of helps my mental, but I know I'm losing a lot of what I should be. Physical health, being strong is a lot mental too, because your body gets healthier the more you get your blood pumping and you get your vascular system working every single day is something that is healthy, and it's more than just doing little workouts and getting a few muscles pumping. Cardio is really one of the healthiest things for you, and smoking weed. So and I get high as fuck and take a dab and go to the gym. So it's it's definitely fun. It helps me for sure. But yeah, dude, damn. So you pretty much do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, just trying to, I put the plants on the schedule that works for me. The lights and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously.
I guess that's the beauty of being your own boss and
owning
your business like this is, you can make it flexible to work with your schedule.
Yeah.
And, having my brother in London, working, it kind of takes a little bit off of my shoulders where I can, dedicate a little bit of that time to go take care of other stuff.
It helps helps you be a better boss though too, and a better leader.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because clear-headed, because I've noticed too, here with these guys, we definitely work hard, but we make sure we play hard so that we keep it fun, or else it gets too serious, and then there's no, it's all business and no because that's the whole point. Is none of this was made to be a business. We didn't start hanging out so that we could start making money with each other's ideas and trying to do something where we could get rich. We were just hanging out and had some ideas that now we're just well, fuck, some of our fun ideas are going to be, could be profitable if we start getting our heads together. Yeah. But also, if we're not having fun, there's nothing that people are going to want to be involved in. So if it gets too business-like and we just, look like some corporate greed dickheads, then it's not going to be a vibe. So and that's kind of the same. I feel like the people that we get along best with are, growers and processors that are in it for just the passion, dude. Ginger Larf, we just met him the other day, and dude, his facility is so underwhelming, beautiful though. It's and it's what I'm saying. It's just those people you can feel it ooze like you. It's just it keeps us motivated, keeps us just having fun in the industry, and it's just it's inspiring, really, because it just like shows that there's real good people. Like, out of 8,000 licenses that are growing out here, like, there's some damn good fucking growers out here, bro. And it's exciting.
I agree with that. You know, I've that's what I've really enjoyed. You know, seeing the progression over the last couple of years is just the quality and everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about every aspect of the product, from the flour
gummies
to the gummies. Oh, the edibles.
The edible game went crazy.
The edible game went crazy out here.
It went crazy.
And even just the hash.
Oh, the hash game went crazy.
The amount of brands that are putting out vape carts. The selections on everything. You know, from all kinds of products. You know, lip balms, bath bombs.
Lubricant.
Skin cream, lubricant. You know,
Bro, speaking of
all kinds
of
suppositories.
Did you see what Electroleaf did for Valentine's Day?
The condoms.
Yes, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Electroleaf make condoms?
Every purchase, you got an Electroleaf condom.
Yeah.
Oh my
I love Ricky and Pedro's.
That's
so
amazing.
That's so funny. I bet that was Pedro's idea.
Fucking awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it's just that's what I really enjoy about the culture and the people here who really are doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, innovative.
You know, because it's exciting to see it and be a part of it. You know, this has progressed. Oklahoma's progressed at a very, very fast pace.
I cannot wait until someone's making, because there's a lot of clothing company. I can't remember who it was. It was like the owner of Patagonia. The owner of Patagonia was on. I don't know if he's alive still, but he was on a conference, TED Talk or something like that, where he said the most sustainable fabric is hemp, and said when people start realizing that it is like, it doesn't need to be iron. Like, he just named all these kind of like ways that it's just way better than cotton. And he's like, when people start realizing that like hemp is like should be used over cotton, like it will create it'll create a revolution. And that got me thinking, like, why of all these like almost want to be innovative clothing companies out here, why are not even clothing companies but cannabis companies, why are none of them trying to find a way to use hemp to create their own merch? Have you thought of that? Is it even possible?
I think it's cost, maybe.
I actually brought this up to Kenny one time.
Or someone that does clothes already.
I said, listen, there's so much waste that goes into like stock and all the shit that you're talking about. And
all these
we could just get it for fucking free and literally make so many different things with it.
Almost donate them.
But he was like, it takes way more than like to start that up. Then it's even. Like,
I wonder what it would
out.
cost to convert maybe a cotton mill or something along those lines. That could be like.
That's a good question.
You know, because I wonder what the difference in fiber techniques are.
Because long term, obviously, it's more beneficial.
100%.
Like sustainable.
And why not even invest in something like why was it not even worth investing? But people are investing in like electric cars and like in NFTs and crypto and Bitcoin, but people want to invest in something that could have longevity, long term sustainability, like hemp fabric. And it's been proven in the past, and it seems to me like a monopoly. Because I'm pretty sure, or maybe it's obviously probably can't be because of the federal thing on cannabis, and hemp is too close to, people would probably play the gray area too much in other states. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting thought, though.
THC shirts. How do you want to do this? Do you want to like guess them all at the end?
He's probably going to do it right now.
One by one.
Fucking cheater.
Well, I don't know if we want to do one by one, because at the end, it's obvious that the last one's the last one.
I'll just go through them as we're talking.
No, he's going to know. He's fucking gangster.
He's honestly just going to pull them right out.
Are similar. Like the Tokyo Snow and Tiger Cake are very similar because they both have the menthol in them. And they're both the menthol dominant phenols.
Oh, shit.
That one's going to be tricky.
Do these have the crosses on the bags?
I think I can get it off of Effect, though.
You think you're going to feel the effect of change on each one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This guy's crazy.
This guy's insane.
Guys, pay attention. This is how a gangster does it.
I couldn't do that.
Pistols in the waist, man.
No way.
Sick. It's fucking sick.
Dude. So tell me this isn't the most fucked up thing. I paid for expedited shipping. $100 for overnight shipping. I should have shipped yesterday on Monday, and being here today for my part, it texted me today that it's going to be here Friday.
Always happening.
Dog, what the fuck do I do?
Right now, everything's so fucked up.
How do I get my goddamn package back? Like, how do I get my shipping back?
Call them.
USPS?
Fuck yeah.
Is that a
call
thing?
'em. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Done.
If you pay for it and it's not there, they're gonna.
Bro, fuck that. I $100. The part was $30. Like, buddy, it was like $70, but like 2 times the part cost to get this shit overnight, so I could not.
Money back.
Bro, I was pissed. I was livid today. I had to get a fucking ride here today. What's funny is my other car.
Just replace the clip.
Shut up. My other car is in the fucking transmission shop. It's been there for a year. Actually, it's the second time it's been there for a year. I've had it there for 2 years. First time I got it back for a month, and I'm pretty sure the throwout bearing or maybe the shift solenoid went out, and he just didn't replace it. But I'm not gonna. I mean, he's got a perfect review, so fuck it. But it fucked up again, so it's been sitting there for a year. And I was like, no rush, dude. You can change it whenever you want. And it's been a year. I'm like,
Number 2 is either glazed apricot or Jokers.
ooh.
I figured it out. I think that's the 2, right? The 2 lines.
Yep.
Did you mark them? Did you put them in order? You fucking.
What do you mean? Did I put them in order? I dropped them on his tray, and I also like.
Did you number
there's
them over there?
X's and zeros and lines.
Oh, you marked. You put
Yeah, I
some.
marked the back.
Oh, good. Oh, good shit.
triangles.
I thought you just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from front to back. He's like, the second one's probably Jokers and Tokyo Snow.
Could be wrong. Big base
This
right
is
now.
1, 2.
He's like, number 2's probably Tokyo Snow. 1's probably This guy's freaking smart.
It's cracked.
I have no doubts he's gonna get at least like 3 of the 5.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Because you know when you pretty much exclusively smoke your fucking fire ass strains, you got enough variety to never go. You're never getting bored of something.
Is number 5 Tokyo Snow?
Number 5. What are we calling number 5? Is there 5?
The X.
This fucking guy.
Yep.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah, I got that.
Damn, he got one of one so far. Let's go, Mr. Tokyo
So
Snow.
that means that
Didn't even have to light it yet. Already knows based on taste.
One is more than likely Tiger Cake, though.
I don't even know how you marked it. That's hilarious.
It's maybe actually.
Not. Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna light it.
Here, it's not over yet. It ain't Oprah till it's Oprah.
It ain't Oprah.
It ain't fucking Oprah till
ain't
it's
Oprah.
fucking Oprah. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got way too high taking that dab. Smoking that joint. I'm gonna have to like
That joint fucked me up.
stand in the wind
for
for
sure.
half a second.
Yep. Do some push-ups real quick. Do some squat
No,
throws.
I'm like internally sweating.
Yeah.
Need to go get like a cold check. You ever had that feeling where you just kind of get like hot on the inside?
Oh, you're fine.
So how do you? This is sugar cane. That one.
He knows.
He knows.
To be honest, that's a sweet ass smell.
It is.
It's fucking gas.
Nailed it.
It's fucking gas.
Gas.
Craft Cultivana grows that as well. I'm not sure who's the breeder, but
In house.
is it in house?
Yep.
It's definitely a fucking fan favorite.
Are there any strains that you like want to grow that you haven't been able to grow yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to grow a lot of the old landrace strains.
Fuck yeah.
Like-
Why? Let me ask you why. Please, please tell me why. I would love to
because
know.
I haven't.
Okay, and what's your out of question, out of curiosity? Is it like are you looking to like put a whole marketing behind it?
No,
Okay.
I think it's just too hard with those strains because they're
Okay.
not bred for today's market.
I was just wondering.
They're not. I mean, when you look at the medicinal value behind
For
it,
sure.
it's tremendous. But I would like to grow them just to
Like to
see how
breed
they
them?
grow.
Would you breed them? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
can breed
breeding
them,
them
yeah,
into something
breed
else
them.
would be.
But just to try it.
Just to try
Yeah,
it, you know,
okay.
just to
With the
grow
techniques
some
of
Colombian
today.
gold or some, Swazi gold or some,
I
Panama
understand.
red or something like that. I mean, these are some of the old classics.
Yeah.
And just see how they would grow, what it would be like, kind of in today's indoor environment.
That's a good question. That's a good perspective because I was gonna say like a lot of people I feel like are trying to bring them back so that they can like make themselves put on like
They're tough.
make a name for themselves with it, but it's not the
not.
same.
It's too hard to compete against something that has that boutique look on the shelf all day long.
Yeah,
You
they've
know.
been bred to look like that.
Now,
Those genetics have been
people
picked
will
out.
buy it because it's just to try it because it's old school. But
Right.
You're not going to get a high price per pound for it.
Okay.
There's not going to be a big demand. It's just too tough of a sell.
Agreed. Yeah, that was what I was wondering. I was just making sure it wasn't about to be one of your added strains for the lineup. I mean, you can definitely move it for principle. Like obviously I wouldn't see that doing anything for your brand, but
I've seen some
I've
pretty
seen-
fire land races that come straight out the ground.
it's-
But again, it's not
in
like,
comparison to
it's
stuff
not
like this,
fire
like it just would
this,
be.
right?
It's tough.
But it's
It
like
just would
you
look
get
like
good-
mids almost because
it
the
gets
races
good
or
crystal
the
production.
the,
It's just it's larvae almost, but like
the
you
strain
can
is so
see, like-
old, or the genetics are so old though that even like you would have to do years of breeding it with the like environment and the technique you have now to make like, and it have to be like controlled through years of breeding it for it to be like something that could be like this.
So I mean, there are some breeders out there that do cross them into each other to make them more stable, and that helps kind of change the genetic makeup over to where it does
Right.
boost the THC, the terpenes. It just changes everything to make it, I guess, more current in a sense.
Right.
There's one breeder.
Characteristically.
There's one breeder in Spain, in Valencia, Ace Seeds. So they do that with a lot of their land races, and they have some pretty
Kind of
good-
update them essentially.
Yeah, they have some great
Okay.
genetics. It's just that you can't hardly get them over here
Interesting.
because they won't ship to the U.S. or anything like that. But
Interesting. America.
if I had the space, I have a lot of seed stock of land race selections. If I had the space, I'd grow 'em.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's almost worth taking a trip over there. Just get a PO box and just wait.
It just seems like everyone's kind of focused on like bringing back the old shit or something, and like you've done a great job putting like you were probably the first person to have strains no one's heard of, and then have all brand ready to go for all of these strains, and then I know when we were carrying your strains under Rare Drops or whatever, like put it on the menu and people were like, I've never heard of any of these, and I was like, yeah, dude, the shit that people haven't heard of, that's what sells. Like, I mean, like think about it. Like if you're gonna go to fucking, I don't know, like you're gonna
It's
go
one
to
of
a
the
clothing.
biggest compliments we get at Dana's is because we always switch it up now, and
Yeah, there's
get a lot
nothing.
of things that people don't buy because people are so stuck, and we don't buy things under $2,000.
Okay.
We'll buy all the good shit,
Okay, it's because you don't believe in your like people. I don't know for
What's that one? I think this was Tiger Cake.
stuff that's over $2,000. I almost get sad when people don't price their stuff that's gas over $2,000 because it's like, do you not believe in your stuff? Damn,
That's 3-3.
let's go, dude. You're cracked. Dude, you're cracked.
3 for
Murdering.
3 right now.
Murderer.
Holy shit!
And it helps too that you're like low. How many pounds do you get per room per harvest?
About 60 to 80, depending on what strains I run.
Jeez, that's literally not shit.
No.
Like especially because you got what 4 to 6 strains per room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like not shit. 10, 20
I
strain.
ran. Let's see. I ran 11 strains this last one in one room.
Yeah.
This
Crazy.
one. This one I'm only running like maybe 7. So I'm doing a lot more black cherry punch because that's what everybody's wanting right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like
didn't
cherry
see that on
punch.
there.
And then
That shit
I'm
is
bringing
some gas.
crystal cookies back in.
That shit's gas.
I'm running,
That's some white shit. That
I'm
shit was
bringing,
gas.
I'm running a lot of that. That's one of my favorite strains too. That's an Oregon.
Same. That's one of my favorite strains.
And then I'm bringing the Pina Loca back out.
That one was orange as
Yeah,
fuck,
that
dude.
one's nice.
And it smelled
Very
so
beautiful.
fucking good. Like
So
it
I'm
smelled
gonna
like
start.
fruit.
I'm gonna start kind of coming out of a lot of the winter flavors and start coming into more like the spring, summer. So I'm gonna start rolling in like
Ah.
the cherry pop tart, the lemon ice cream, the lemon drop.
You got like menus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go. Summer
Lemon
menu.
drop.
Orange mojito.
The summer menu, the winter menu, dude. You're cracked.
Bro,
Let's
the
go.
orange
You have to start
mojito,
growing
so-
in off seasons though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
And
get
it comes
ready.
down.
So
Whatever
that's what I'm doing is I'll start doing like
sick.
smaller batch teaser drops leading up to. Summer's gonna be all new flavors pretty much.
Oh, dude.
Fuck yeah!
You're cracked, bro. I love it. I love it.
Any of those that we should keep our eyes out for? The new some, all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys some of them. The lemon drop is fire. Lemon ice cream is really nice.
Dude, it sounds
The cherry pop tart has probably one of the most pronounced cherry flavors I've had on a strain. So it's super cherry with like some floral and earth to it. It's really nice. It's beautiful plant too.
It sounds awesome.
I'm pumped. I am pumped. I'm so pumped. I think the only cherry strain I've
The
seen.
Tiger Cake got me fucking ripped. that shit hits heavy. It's a heavy indicator.
Jesus.
Zone of ground. What do you do?
I don't know.
Which ones do I have left? I have three joints.
3 joints. There's 3 bags left.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see the Jokers.
So what we could do is you could say, name one more, and then the last two we could have you try and guess both of them at the same
I think
time.
this was the Jokers.
That one's the Joker.
Let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
God damn.
Dude, you're fucking cracked, bro. I mean, I mean, you grow your own weed. You definitely know. That means you know your genetics.
That's some shit.
You're not joking.
I smoke a lot of weed.
I believe
That's
it.
why I grow up, man, because I enjoy going through all these flavors. That's what's exciting to me.
That's what's cool about Ginger Larf, too.
Watching
Is
you nail these is exciting to me.
Ginger Larf is cool too because he's the processing version of you essentially because he likes solventless only, so he grows he's never seen his stuff cured. He grows it right fresh frozen to solventless every time.
That's awesome.
And so that's like how he's kind of got his name essentially, like kind of how you got your name is like it's genetics. Like you focus really on growing shit that you want to smoke. He focused on shit. I don't know, people like that just interest me. So I keep comparing you to him, but like both of you are like fucking pioneers, dude, because he's made a name for himself basically kind of the same way, branding himself as like just knowing exactly what he fucks with and nothing else. Like he's not like out here taking other people's stuff and trying to make it like trying to take other people's hard work and make it their own kind of thing. You've like been making this stuff your own, and then now you're just applying it and dedicating yourself to standing behind it. And that's like what a true artist should do that believes in their product. And I fucking love it. And it's not like overdoing it just makes it kind of, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of people that take their product and like kind of sell out because they want to like make sure everybody gets it, but also make it a lower price. But like at the same time, you can make a lower price and not like undercut your value or your brand. You know what I mean? You don't want to be a budget value or budget brand, but you still want to be affordable. If you know what I mean? Because the market's going down. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like it's a race to the bottom, but it's not. You don't have to all race to the bottom, especially if you've got limited quantity. If you're making way too much flour,
It's going to come back up.
if you're making way too much flour,
It'll come
then-
back up for a little bit, then it'll see another drop to where it'll probably stabilize. But that's going to be a good year and a half out, if not longer.
yeah.
And we'll come back before, the summer, the outdoor all vanishes and it's just indoor for a good while. Prices will go back up and
Yeah. Well, the outdoor now, I don't think many people trust it because it's like hit and miss.
Number 1,
Yeah.
glazed apricot.
It's not.
So that has to be the apple pie then.
It's apple pie.
Really?
Ooh.
Wow, I missed it. There we go.
ooh, apple pie. Dude, that apple pie is insane.
Dude, you're pretty
That
fucking
one's
cracked.
got to be the glazed apricot.
Dude, you're pretty
I
cracked
can't believe
though.
I mixed
That gave you
those up.
troubles too, because that was the one you
Yeah, that's when I started.
bubbled with earlier.
Yeah, I couldn't get the usually I'd get the profile though.
Dude, I would have never got any of those. So
Yeah,
it's
me
fine.
neither.
It's fine.
I
I
would've
would
got
have
a
all been
single
guessing.
It's fine. Yeah, I would have guessed everyone. I
I
would
would
have
have
been
been
like,
guessing 100%.
No, actually, I know for a fact the only ones I probably would have gotten were
Sugar cane.
the
That's the sweetest one in there.
the Jokers, I think, and the
Jokers.
glazed apricot, because those are the most citrusy ones, right? Yeah, those are the only two I would have got close to or picked. Because I can always tell. What does that say? Oh yeah. Oh, dude.
So,
Little butt tag.
I want to get rare drops exit bags like that for people, because what we're gonna do is for people that don't have branding and shit,
Yeah.
we'll just have exit bags that say rare drops to double brand their
it's a
shit.
great idea.
Right. I need to know who you get your shit from. If that's okay.
Here's what you do.
What's good?
You can get like a fucking stick. Oh, I don't know if you even want that.
You're probably
You-
blazed.
You can make the rare drops like how you got your drop.
Drop.
Get it to where there's a perfect placement for a sticker, and then you can take their logo and then make a sticker and then throw it on there, so the rare drop is like actually their
Yeah, I could
logo.
definitely do that.
and then sell the fucking stickers.
Well, now that people,
sell
I'm
their
trying to get people to
stickers.
associate right now the red drop with rare drops instead of just like the R. So like the R would be like the cool like R like signature or whatever, but then like the red like teardrop would also be a rare drop. Like I could put the red drop just on shit. I'm getting there though. It's one right now. It's the red drop with the R on it, and then it'll eventually just be the red drop. So slow marketing movements.
That
But we're
drops
getting
hard.
there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a drop.
But also it shows up on your emojis on your iPhone.
Really?
Yeah, the red teardrop. It's fucking dope. I didn't even know that until after we made it, and I was like, all right, this is what's up. Harvey.
Your ashtray is full.
Oh yeah, give me another joint.
Dude, yeah, hold on. Let me just go ahead and show people. Let me just show the camera.
It's like a habit to pass that, but
It's a huge thing of joint.
That's a beaut, dude. I'm actually impressed. You fucking got 4 out of 6.
Yeah, I should have got one.
You should have.
Who wants what?
Well, we won't hold it against you.
Dude,
Give me a joint.
Sorry, dude. Jesus, I just gave you a joint, I
Oh,
thought.
cool. Well, I passed it because.
Quit passing it, dude. There's plenty. People don't want you to pass it. There's plenty to smoke themselves.
You can give me a joint too. I'll
Dude,
take one.
you can have it.
I'll take
Clint's
a joint.
like, I'm chilling.
well.
Every time he passes him, he puts it in the ashtray. Felt the same.
Okay. Pull up videos. You pull it out. Joints out past trail day.
No, I'm putting them in the ashtray. I'm high as hell, dude. I'm actually like, I'm thinking some drunk. I think that's what it is. Not drunk, but you know what I mean? A little buzzing.
You a little buzzing?
Yeah.
You a little buzzing?
Oh, you buzzy?
You buzzing?
Yeah, I'm like Buzz Lightyear over here.
You a Buzz Lightyear.
Lightweight. Buzz Lightweight.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Big light buzz.
Big light buzz.
Buzz
Dude.
Light.
This repetitiveness brought to you by
William Nagy.
Campus.
Yeah, I do that. I co-sign a lot. I had a couple questions that I fucking kept forgetting because it had to do with...
Before your questions, if you're on the Twitch stream right now, hey, and you have a Prime, hey, go to that subscribe box down below and hit the subscribe button. You get a free Prime every month just for being on Twitch and having
We
your
got
Amazon
2
account
Camel to
linked.
Care subscribed. Hell
Go
yeah.
press
Shout
the
out to
Prime
Camel
button.
to Care.
It's right underneath me. Just click it. If you have a free one, hey, click it. It's free. If you want to support the stream, hey, click that button. Help us out a lot.
And
that's
real
it.
quick,
That's
go
my
follow
bet.
our boy Papa Jesus Farms
Oh,
on
absolutely.
Instagram. Papa Jesus Farms at Papa Jesus Farms. You probably have to type it all out because it's shadow banned as fuck. Just so you know.
But you'll know when you're there.
Your shit's shadow banned as fuck.
Super shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, super
I
shout.
found Papa Jesus merch before I found Papa Jesus Farms. Before I typed it all out, I did.
Crazy.
Sesh is too, though, just so you know. All of us are.
Make a backup page that's like Papa Jesus Farms, okay, or whatever, and then just in the bio put backup page so that when people don't post on it.
Oh,
When
yeah,
people
yeah,
type
don't have
in
content.
Papa Jesus, it'll immediately pull that up, so they'll click on it and then click on your backup page. Yeah,
Yeah, our Sesh one doesn't have a backup page. We keep getting...
yeah,
I mean, I have a backup page, but I need to kind of direct people there.
Is
Yeah.
it your merch page?
Yeah, well, I have another one too. I just,
Hmm.
maybe it's shadow banned too.
Man, you got a fuck ton of followers. I'm surprised it's not happening
No
to you
doubt.
already. But also, you're not like... I think a lot of people don't realize, like, it has nothing to do with the content you post. It's really, like, the image you portray.
Yeah.
You know, like, you portray a positive, like, a good
That's why I'm
energy.
kinda held off. I don't want to do like what everybody else is doing. Is just taking, just simple iPhone photos and shit.
No,
I
yeah,
want
your
everything to be dope
your
photo
aesthetic
shoot
is...
type content coming up. So I'll do repost a lot.
Yeah.
But as far as like my posts.
No, your aesthetic is fucking fire.
kind of not doing a whole lot around that right now.
I fuck with it. And plus, not posting, like, because a lot of people like to get a little in front of the camera and post a bunch of selfies and videos and talking live, and they're fucking making their, like, your feed essentially is gas. Like, it looks like a fucking, I don't know. I just love looking at macros of flour. It's like just an aesthetic. We're trying to get most of our people that we interact with to do that same thing, because it's, if you're not gonna have the branding, at least show people what you're smoking.
Yeah,
Like cured flour,
I think
especially, a lot of people don't do it.
To me, it's capturing this time of my life where I'm cultivating.
Oh yeah,
wheat,
it's like a photo
10
album.
years from now, I may not be doing this, but I can always look back on something that I did, and why not have great photography captured that I can keep forever.
How long have you had this Instagram?
Since 2017, 2017.
No shit.
Yeah.
Always Papa Jesus Farms?
Yeah.
Damn. You never had personal Instagram?
Yeah, I have personal.
Okay.
Yeah, at Clent B. I don't really get on it much though.
Facts. I've always contemplated, like, I have the Nagy Media page to do kind of cannabis and other photos and shit. But, like, that's why I don't post much cannabis shit in my stuff anymore. And a lot of people are, like, bitching that I'm, like, just taking, like, a wannabe model. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Because I have other pages for a reason. Rare Drops is the distribution weed, and then the Nagy Media is other photos and shit. And then, like, the Sesh, obviously. And so I'm just like, I don't need to do all this shit. But I've always been worried because, like, I feel like once I start, like, I actually got, like, 5 posts reported. And I feel like it's just because, like, my posts weren't, a lot of my feed wasn't people that were in the cannabis industry originally. It was a lot of people that were just like friends of mine that were like, all right, dude, like we don't need to see you trying to trap your shit. And I'm like, dude, all right, I'm not trapping my shit. So it was a weird image, so I took a lot of that stuff off. But it's just weird to see, like, I think a lot of the image is really like what you kind of portray into the world, and people want to hate on it because they just don't want you like acting cocky about where you're at when you're benefiting off of like, a lot of people are still, in jail because of weed, and we're kind of benefiting off of, a weird gray area in legality. So I think it's still kind of like, I don't take it for granted, not a single day. Yeah. So when people like, want to go backwards, it honestly pisses me off, especially like hearing $2,000 is I don't pay over $2,000 for weed. Like we literally are successful as a distribution because of people that take pride in paying. Jacob told me one time a vendor came into his store at Dana's and they were like, dude, I've got some fucking gas at $1,400. And Jacob was like, I'm good. And he goes, no, it's fucking gas.
No, dude, my favorite thing, yesterday I had a guy call me and he goes, I got top shelves at $700 and $900 a pound that are testing at X and X. And I was like, dude, like, listen, I don't sell the sheet of paper. Like, I'm telling you, I got 12 fucking strains on this shelf. If you actually think, and we had like, a minute conversation before this, but eventually I was like, if you think one of your strains can compete with like top 12 strains in the whole state type shit, like if you'd put it up against anyone's number one strain in every single dispensary, I'd love to see your flower.
And they got like, only number ones, like their top fives are the whole shelf.
What dispo is that?
This is Dana's Green Depot.
Dana's. Okay, yeah.
There's no middle shelf. It's just top shelf, all the same price.
Nice.
It's gas.
That's what's up.
He set up a meeting and then didn't show.
No, but my favorite was literally this guy. He comes in, he's like, no, I mean, like, I think it was maybe 14 or 1500, but like, he was like, dude, like, and this shit is fucking gas. He's like, if you would have said this was like 2200, I would have honestly bought it. And it's just like, I think you still might have bought it. You ended up schooling him and like kind of taught him some shit. But essentially, that's the thing is like when you are confident about your price. I mean, like I don't mark things up for him much, but like when we put stuff on the menu, essentially, the menu price is the market price. Like it's like what we truthfully think the value is of this bud. And people that literally see the value of this flower and they see the marketing that goes behind it, like obviously, I mean, your stuff already has pictures and stuff, but everything that doesn't have pictures, like I do all the media for it. So when I drop something off, like at his store, I'm providing posts for the Instagram. Right, I'm posting on my story. We're tagging it from 2 or 3 different accounts. Plus, we do pop-ups where I end up DJing. It takes 2 or 3. We haven't done it at his store yet, but we'll eventually do that. But
420.
You bring more, right? So you bring more to the table as someone who's
shows up in turkey bag.
Literally, especially that. So I don't know.
But the oversaturation of mids right now is killing everybody.
Right. And that's another thing I was thinking is like, I don't think we're going to be the only one doing this eventually. I think it's going to be an extension of, like, I think it's how the market's coming, because when you have an oversaturation of flower, you essentially need, as a marketing or as a purchasing manager, an extended purchasing manager that's in the field. Because right now you're a purchasing manager that's in the dispo, and I'm essentially an extension of him that's going into other stores, other dispos, other grows, and I'm saying, what can I get that's super fucking rare, that would be fucking gas, that no one's heard of, because that's, dude, I don't know why he can have as many connections as I do, but he's always asking me for flour, and it blows my mind because I'm like, dude, we know the same people, but he doesn't even tell me what to get him. He's just like, give me some stupid gas. Yeah. I need some flour to smoke.
I mean, that's kind of why I'm only in like maybe 6 dispos across the whole state.
You really are, and I never know to tell people to get your shit.
Yeah, because it's just I have great relationships, and they don't mind. They understand that there's a higher price point for quality.
But you provide the marketing with it.
That's all, right, and they do as well. But it's also what their patients are coming in and wanting and asking
the expectations
100%.
now.
So I want to
100%.
make sure that these guys, have my product, because that's what people know to get it.
100%.
I wish I could feed more across the state, but unfortunately, some dispos just don't want to, pay a higher price. And,
100%.
And it's just not a good.
I know. I've got. At least 5 figures of thousands of dollars in sales ready to go when you got it. No, I do. I 100% do. I talk to him weekly. He asks me when I can get your stuff.
Yeah, so it's
a half pound of everything you have.
I'm in.
At that price.
I do want to be able to reach more, and so I can share it with others.
You just have that.
In Tulsa, I'm getting a lot of patients out in Tulsa and product out there.
This is just from your just from your marketing value standing behind it. Like you not. And that's what I tell people about the rare drops too, is we don't find people that need help selling their stuff. We find people that literally sell out, because we're added verification almost that, like, you know, it's not just because your stuff sells out. As people are in our DMs too, our rare drops are like, hey, we don't really have trouble selling it, but it'd be cool to have our stuff on our menu. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of what we're working with. And obviously, like, this would be the same thing, but really we just want to get people that like, Kind Connection is really who I'm talking about. They truly love your shit and have been Sean's been fucking dying to get your stuff.
Maybe
And
we can get him on this next round.
man, dude, Shawnee would go crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if you come to a pop up with us, dude, because we do.
I want to. I mean, that's the kind of dispose I want to be in, where people are going to appreciate it,
dude,
and understand, what goes into it.
I'm not gonna lie, because even me and Shawnee have been friends. I've actually known his brother Kelby since the car business since 2016. But even then, like, me and Dylan, we based rare drops a lot of our what we thought was quality. Between Dylan and I, we would go to the dispo version, which was Shawnee and Kelby, and be like, is this price wise, value wise, name wise, like grow wise, like what do you're the ground floor for the dispo, we're the ground floor for the distribution brokers. Is this worth us making money, and would you buy it from us? And he would tell us exactly, dispos have already seen this. I've seen 10 people bring this strain in, this type of stuff. Like, if you want to be innovative and you want me to buy it, honestly, I won't buy it unless it's honestly wild. And like, I've noticed going from other places from him being literally our age and being kind of like trying to be innovative as a distribution or as a dispensary, from what he takes on, that whatever he would buy, other people would jump on fast as fuck, because his level, like his standard is our level of standard, but he's in the dispo like Jacob is. And so you're getting all these different vendors, and this was before Jacob worked in the dispo, so I didn't have him to base it on, but that's kind of how I based it off of. And it's just like super tight to see like the levels of like being able to, I like think personally my perspective is tight, because it's not often you find a grower that has like knockout strain. Every single strain they produce is fucking knockouts. So usually the reason why I even did what I ended up doing is because the one or two growers I fucked with, it was like it wasn't making me sales, because it wasn't like giving me a new reason to go into their store. Like, it was always the same thing and they always had it. And I was like, fuck. But you stay innovative, and that's what people, especially with the seasonal thing and the marketing, like, you've got a reason for people to want to carry your stuff and want your presence in the store. And that's kind of what we tried to do too. And people definitely, like, all of our places that we go, they saw us when we first started posting that we carried your stuff, and the elusivity of it, not being able to have it, being on, back order, pre-order for so long, is like what made people want to buy it. And it still aids to the same, like, demand for it. So I fucking love it, dude. And I tell people all the time, like, I had 3 clothing companies that were based on scarcity, where we sold out on just hype. Yeah. We only had like 50 shirts. Now we do it with the Sesh pretty much every month. So, like, with these shirts, we only have 50 of them. I think we have 10 left.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's pretty fucking tight. But yeah, dude.
I'm starting with
just follow your vision, dude. That's all it is. Putting the work behind what you vision.
You ever did clothing companies?
No, but that's kind of like what I'm gonna start putting some work towards this next half of the year. Now that I can kind of get people trained at the grow, step away, and start putting some focus on just some really cool merch stuff. Fino is kind of like the clothing company that I'm kind of gonna roll everything under.
That's hard.
That's so dope.
So
we have to collab.
Yeah, so I have a lot of really cool ideas.
Are you plugged in with wholesale clothing?
Not yet. A little bit. I have a good manufacturer in Dallas that I've worked with for years. They do everything cut and sew, and they do a lot of all the custom sublimation.
Yeah.
So I probably work with him on sourcing a lot of the suppliers of their stuff that he can't do in store. But I mean,
we need a source plug pretty bad.
I have some crazy ideas for some really dope merch. Just from the Fino by itself to doing some stuff with the strain art. So there's a lot of stuff I want to put.
We don't need sublimation material, but we do need like a plug on wholesale stuff, because we want to get a bunch of shit rolling, like rubs and fucking.
Just have like a garage full of black T-shirts.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we want to literally
drop them off somewhere.
And I found like a lot more design. Like, I found a lot better material. And you use a different type of material for sublimation, but the stuff that we'd want to use for like our body type, because we're like,
we need a shipping crate guy.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been asking around, because it's a lot harder to find a fucking wholesale person than you think, dude. They're not Googleable. You can't just find like an Access one that carries that much shit. It's really Gildan Next Level and Bella Canvas stuff, which is fine and all, but like you're really getting that like $3
You might
a
have to just
shirt.
get it from overseas or something, you know. Maybe look.
I'm
like
down.
Alibaba.
Let's go to Pakistan.
Alibaba.
Let's go. We're gonna-
Isn't that a 30-day wait though?
Full line of Pakistan.
That's
Yeah.
manufacturer.
To go find some shirts at
What?
wholesale price, hire a translator.
Is a translator problem? Is there a barrier? Fuck out of here.
What are we talking about?
Alibaba is how he found his fucking bag designer.
Oh, the internet. Yeah.
Alibaba.
Alibaba,
The
the
fucking
app.
Chinese.
Yeah.
That,
You
well,
can message
got,
the
you got
retailer.
From all over the
Is it
world.
not China?
Well, it's primarily Chinese, but you
Okay,
have,
okay.
you have Pakistan, you have Vietnam, you have
Shit is pennies.
Spain, you have
Pennies.
All over the world.
Pennies?
Like pennies. You get bullshit
pennies.
at pennies.
Yeah.
I thought it took like 5 years or 2 months to fucking order shit from. That's why I never.
I'm
used
down for 2 months. Who gives a fuck?
it. No, it's just it's
2
not.
months better
I mean,
than not
it's
having
good.
it.
You just have to go and kind of vet out the manufacturers and see what their turnaround time is, see what their minimum pieces are. It
Okay.
tells you all the information about them. You look at the ones they have rating reviews. You look at how long they've been in business. I mean, there's a lot that factors into
Damn.
it. There's a lot of information.
No, that's fair.
So you
I-
can vet it out, and then
not-
you just hit them up and kind of give them an idea what you're looking for.
Dude, I guarantee that they've
Right.
they've got to have upgraded since I think I heard of them in like 2020 or 2012 or some shit, 2014. Like it's been a while, so obviously.
Bought a ton of shit on Alibaba.
The last time I did, it took so long to come in, and I just never used it
It
again.
just depends, you know. I mean,
No, I guarantee their shipping shit's probably advanced in the last 10 years.
Dude, it's definitely
they
advanced.
ship DHL.
Levels have advanced, Tiffany stamps, you know,
No doubt.
for sure.
Yeah, you just gotta go through and vet it out. But
See-
you'll probably find some. I had this sample jacket made, this black bomber, hooded bomber. That was dope. I'm gonna get more made of them, and it had the Buddha's hand design embroidered on the back, which is like the mushroom and the cobra and the Buddha's hands, and then it had the hands right here on the chest embroidered. It was dope. So I'm gonna play around with some different designs for like a lot of jackets, bomber jackets. But yeah, I mean, I found that through Alibaba too.
Damn.
You
Seems
know,
emo.
and you can get these handmade however you want, you know, at a super incredible price, man.
Dude.
And beauty, and that's what I got the sample made, is to see what the quality was like. And it was.
And then you had the materials there and then shipped to Texas and made.
No, they'd make it there. This is.
Oh, they do
this,
all the
this is
sublimation and everything?
This is it. No, well, this is if you were going to go with a different company.
Oh.
But what I was giving an example.
Oh,
of what I
okay,
found
but you
on
got
Alibaba.
your situation
Yeah,
already figured
yeah.
out.
No, the
Oh, we
stuff
could
in
do it
Dallas-
though.
The stuff in Dallas, yeah, they can do all that too.
Interesting.
A lot of the times when you order that stuff, they ask like, "Do you want anything on it?" You don't just buy blank shirts. A lot
No,
of the
we-
times they've got the facilities to print whatever the hell we want.
Well, we like the. I don't have a connect in Dallas, but we like these, and that's why we like Chop. Is we got the local connects, and we like kind of reinvesting back in the
100%,
community.
man.
'Cause
That's
it just
why
helps.
Backroom prints. you
Yeah,
know?
no, yeah, we've been trying to get through them, but the one time not that we won't try again, but the one time we did try, we had came with a little delay because I think he was on his way out of town, and
Yeah.
we were like, fuck, dude, we kind of need him pretty fast, so we went with him.
Backroom locally has been hooking me up with printing and
Oh, he does damn good work.
Doing a really good job, and quality, they're affordable and they're local.
Yeah,
dude,
100%.
If you could find local first, but if you're looking for like customized stuff that you just can't get locally, and you need big bulk of it, I mean, there's a lot of good companies overseas, not necessarily in China, but others.
Well, all these places, the print shops, like they do damn like way. All of them will admit they'll do way better shit if you already bring them the merch. Like if I brought them 500 fucking items of clothing, and I was like, "Hey, dude, all I gotta do is whip up the design." They're like,
Yeah.
"Bet."
I mean,
All I gotta do is whip up
because
designs.
the shit like that, wholesale shirts like that, blanks,
Yeah,
are all coming from overseas anyway.
shit adds up.
It all comes from overseas anyways. But yeah, if you could provide a print shop with that saves
Yeah,
time.
we're trying to stock that shit. Like we want to know what's coming, what's next. Like we've got
yeah.
colors, we've got exactly like themes of everything that drops the same time. Everything's lined up. So, like one of my things, I had 2 t-shirt companies. I got brought onto a t-shirt company when I lived in Tulsa called Toasted, and it was this black guy who rapped, and he was like, honestly, you bring like a different criteria, like a different genre of people, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, we're like the black and white version of like this weed smoking thing. Like he caters to his like rap community, I cater to like kind of the white community, really in the music scene, so I'm in the same kind of community anyway. But we made this whole big ass fucking company from it, and I learned a lot of dope shit from it. And then from that, I learned that screen printing and like getting wholesale merch was going to be like the hardest thing to do, because a lot of it was going to change. The variations would be different whenever you get them printed, because a lot of people get the tags changed out to something else, so you can't really tell what the quality is, what the blend is. And so I was realizing, like, you know, this is something that you almost can just make like a culture out of if it's the right kind of thing. And Toasted, we ended up making stand for the ones aiming for success, toast every day. This was an acronym where people were like, a toast was like almost like a celebration of like every day when you're doing stuff that slowly tries to get you to your goals. It's like a slow reminder. Like, we smoke weed as like a reminder instead of drinking, because without inebriate you and kind of make you forget. But smoking is almost like an uplifting, kind of relaxing, like reminder that we're just chilling. You know, the journey is part of life, and the journey is everything. The goal is not, the destination isn't what's important. And the clothing companies for me have always been kind of like a cool thing that I've always like looked for as a creative outlet. And so with the Sesh, like I don't really want to keep this as a thing because we kind of copied Supreme, but we want to get to the point where we're getting creative. And I'm just now realizing that I should have taken graphic design classes, and I'm a little bit too fucking selfish to hire other people to fucking do our creative stuff, because I don't want it to, I just don't want it to change. Like, you've got your person that literally keeps your style going, you know what I mean? That's kind of where we're at right now, is we almost don't want to change the style up, but at the same time it's like we don't want to hurt the brand by being like creatively controlling. So, but yeah, t-shirts are fucking dope, dude. Clothing is dope. We love clothes. Like, and I've always been in love with like making my own clothing, because I've always loved like Off-White, all those. I never wanted to pay for it, but I've always thought like exclusivity is what makes something priceless. And that's why I like Season, is because once this stuff's gone, it's fucking gone. People don't realize that shit's designer too. You know what I mean? And I don't know, to me it's a flex. Like, having people in your corner that make shit right in front of you. It's like when you're in California and you're in Pennsylvania and you're looking at this shit online, to them, that, like, when I'm looking at like fucking Johnny Cupcakes, a brand that's in New Jersey that sells like little cupcakes with crossbones and shit. I based my Toasted brand off of that shit. We did Toast and Crossbones, but that's not even a big fucking brand. It was a little one-store little bakery on fucking one little side street, and they made their Instagram popping.
I mean, you have to draw inspiration, you know, from
Exactly.
everything.
Well, what did was it Steve Jobs or one of them say? He said, good artists good artists copy, great artists steal. I think Steve Jobs said that, but I don't know what that means. But I think inspiration is the key.
Yeah, it's
I think it's inspiration, not stealing, but you know what I mean. But yeah, no, that's just kind of like, people don't realize outside looking in that like what they've got going on within their community is a big deal if you would just support the people within your community. But everything from the outside, like, grass looks always greener on the other side. And I think that's why the Sesh and like people like our community, and why we're so like tight around the people we're tight with, is because we're not out here trying to compete with, you know, other growers or other dispensaries or other processors. We're just trying to make a tight network of people, like a community that we can always have to support each other and keep this thing going. Because if
that's just what it takes,
right?
Because
it has to happen.
This shit's hard. I mean, you have to understand, it's a brand new industry. People are still trying to find their foot in it, and you know, it's hard to do it alone. It takes everyone to share that same vision and passion. And you see a lot of that happening, but I still don't think there's enough of it right now.
There's not. It's coming.
But it's coming, and I think
It'll take a couple years.
It goes back to everybody still trying to figure this shit out and get themselves situated and strong before they can really start, you know, getting more involved in other ways.
Everyone's trying to find their place.
Yeah, it is coming.
You notice there's like licenses dropping every couple months.
Yeah. Dude, you got me so high.
Yeah, dude, you gotta talk. I'm just rambling.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm literally so high.
I'm getting fucking.
I like triple apple pie in a row.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lighten the smoke a little bit.
But yeah, dude, what do you think about federal legalization? What's your thoughts on that potentially being on the ballot next election?
I don't think it'll go through. I mean, there might be some changes with banking.
Oh, that'd be fine.
You know, I think
that would be nice.
I think you look at what's happening you know, you hear recent news like the Pfizer acquisition of that cannabis company out of Cali for like $6.something billion.
And then didn't Lux and Jungle Boys' companies get acquired?
With Monsanto.
Monsanto.
And then you look at what's happening with, you know, Amazon and Apple pushing a lot of legalization. So you have,
and Amazon pushed delivery for cannabis.
So now you
imagine Pfizer walking up to you
And they're like, can we buy this?
You,
for
Clent.
$6 bill?
You. You'll operate and run it, but we'll invest in you.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's
So nice.
But when you see a lot of this movement from big corporate like that, that means there's a lot of stuff happening at the federal level.
Oh yeah.
It's just when you look at everything that's tied to this, not just flipping a switch and making it legal, and then all of a sudden you have weed everywhere.
Yeah, no.
It's like you look
a lot
at
of chess
everything that's been impacted from legalization over the last years, decades, people incarcerated for it,
Still.
the impact from that. I mean, there's a lot that goes with legalizing it. So,
For sure.
So there has to be a lot of stuff written into regulation, a lot of stuff that takes time to really develop. And I think that's what's been a lot of slow process behind it. And not just at the federal level, but even some states like Texas, for example.
That's a good point.
So, I think it's coming. What scares me is that anytime federal's involved, there comes heavy regulations, and it could make it tough for a small grower like myself, to where it's just only big corporate structures that do the
Can
production,
thrive.
at least initially, and then maybe you might see something pop off like the craft beer, how that started emerging. So I don't know. It's scary to think about it. I think if it opens up statewide distribution, changes things with the banking structure, there would be big steps that could change a lot of the oversaturation. It could, in other states, could open up more avenues for other people to get it, of course. But I don't know, man. It's kind of scary to think about.
It goes super recreational, like you were saying, kind of like pre-craft beer thing. Do you think it would just like thrive black market again?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Black market's going to always.
It's
thrive.
still thriving, and that's what's crazy is until I think I think till decriminalization. I think when the
Because
regulations have to stop.
And it'd be heavily taxed, I'm sure, at a federal level.
100%.
Can you imagine? So yeah,
California's like 50% rec tax.
Yeah, they're
So-
black market would definitely
Thrive.
Yeah, it'd thrive.
And it's
There's
sad
already
because
fucking 8,000 growers, so it's obviously thriving. But
It's
Yeah,
sad.
no,
if you
million
didn't- if you
percent.
couldn't go to a store and get fucking gas, no matter who you are, then
it's just crazy because I don't realize it because I've never went backwards. Like when I stopped selling weed when 788 passed and got in the legal market, I've never sold an illegal pack. And so for me, it's insane to think when those statistics, I don't know what FBI or ATF came out with, 90% of the country's weed's coming from Oklahoma right now. I don't know if you saw that statistic.
I've heard that, but
Maybe
I
a
don't-
myth.
I think it's over exaggerated.
8,000 growers though, and 2,000 dispensaries. This seems like a lot of unused weed. I don't know.
I'm sure there is.
It's a fuck ton every
I'm
2 or 3 months.
I'm sure there is.
But even if it's not completely
But
true, those ratios are wild. And
but
to think,
there's a lot of small licensed grows that aren't producing hardly anything.
true, but do you think they're just going under and under and under for 3 or 4 years?
Well, the license is only $2,000, and it doesn't cost to maintain it other than once a year.
I know, but I'm saying if you're making no money, I guess if you're small licensed, small grows, but how many of those truly exist?
I'd say quite a few, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them out there, and those are the ones
Okay.
that you see, and the licenses drop faster on.
Because we go to a lot of out of town places that usually carry pretty normal names.
I mean, Oma's also doing a bunch of inspections right now. So they hit this year off hard with inspections. So a lot of people are going through compliance right now, and a lot of people are not meeting compliance.
Bro, I was at a fucking dispo on Thursday or Wednesday last week when ONA walked through in the middle of getting my money, and they were like, "Hey, can we see 4 products on your shelf?" And I was like, "Can you just pay me, dude? Fuck." It was at fucking my buddy's place, but yeah.
So that's going to start.
They're coming out heavy.
That's going to start. Knocking the licensing down too. But as far as the black market goes, I don't know. That number seems pretty exaggerated.
It could be for sure.
But they, what was it last year? They were busting grows left and right for a while. A lot of Chinese grows.
Yeah.
Lot of
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be not exaggerated because it could just not be us. It could be people taking advantage of the system
I don't know.
and running it, getting caught on the highway, running it and shoveling it out. So, but I don't know. I just feel like definitely there's not that there's no need to go backwards, but there needs to be some more say in how regulations affect the people that are directly affected by the regulations.
Yeah.
because it's just like this back and forth. Now 78 might get recanted because it was a act, or we didn't understand it. Like, we're uneducated as fucking Americans or some shit. Like, we didn't fucking misread this bill. We are all educated.
Yeah.
If that's your problem, then you should probably work on education and not on this fucking bill. Because you got bigger problems than us making our own decisions when we're not affecting anyone else. You fucking assholes. Like, that's one thing I've never understood is the drugs being illegal, period. Do fucking heroin and crack cocaine if you want to fucking do it. If natural selection is your fucking MO and your fucking...
Natural selection is your MO.
Dude, that's part of your fucking future is to just rip heroin and fucking make someone's fucking problem yours. Like, go break it into a house that people have the stand your ground law, and you're a statistic at this point. Like, that's what you do with your life. I'm not trying to say that like it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying, like, who are we to tell someone that they can't fucking do a drug, whether it be good or bad for their own body? Like, it's just weird for me. Like, I don't know. I definitely don't agree with the whole drug thing. Like, not that I want to do any of these drugs, but I just don't see why people are in jail for possession of something just because everybody has a crutch. Like, and the more I get into like business and politics and like people that are of big influence, I see that it's not about being broke and doing drugs. It's about influence and doing drugs, and whoever's got the most influence is the easiest to get away with it. And people that are big celebrities, they're still fucking doing drugs. They're just like less accessible because they're producing a lot of money for society, and big people don't want to shut them down because they're fucking probably making millions of dollars for all the cities that they're doing tours and stuff in. And it's like not bad publicity, but people like, I don't know, celebrities that draw a negative attention to themselves, like they're obviously going to get shamed for doing the drugs that they do. But people that draw a positive attention to themselves, it's a different scenario. So to me, it's just like, why is drugs only bad when people that can't afford to get themselves out of a situation do it, but the people that are like of high influence and celebrity status do it? It's just kind of like, oh, well, they got the money to do that kind of shit anyway. I don't know. It seems weird. Cool double standard. But and it's also stigmatized, like people say weed's a gateway drug. If you stigmatize that weed's such a bad drug and it's been made illegal, and someone does weed, they're immediately going to be desensitized to like thinking any of the other drugs are not as bad. And like, it's like a fucking reverse psychology thing. Why don't you like let these people, shouldn't the consequence of the drug itself be a deterrent enough? You know what I mean? Shouldn't people like kind of tell people, yeah, you should probably shouldn't do fucking heroin and crack cocaine, because you don't need the government to tell you that shit's bad. My fucking cousin Vinny did that shit and he ain't alive no more. I probably wouldn't do it. Like, dead ass. Like, I have a personal story to tell you. Like, people believe that shit more than they believe someone that doesn't know any of you motherfuckers. Because I used to get in fights with my dad telling me to do shit without an explanation. I'm like, dude, you're going to explain some shit.
There's Nuggets still going crazy over there.
Bro.
I'm surprised you're in the cold Nuggets thing.
Bro, I shredded the rest of my box.
Pterodactyl titties right
They
now.
hit the
Dude.
spot earlier. There's some left right there too. If y'all want.
Good. Are you a Bloody Mary guy?
I love Bloody Marys.
You ever get a Bloody Mary and a cold pizza?
No,
My
but I do
motherfucking
like cold pizza too.
motherfucker, dude. My buddy, he goes, Bloody Mary and a cold slice. I was like, you
That really
fuck.
bothered you.
Dude, that pissed,
Dude, it's
pissed
days
me off.
later.
I
Pissed me off.
I literally was like, dude, you're disgusting. Like, you should go fuck off after that. Like, remove yourself from public.
My question is, was it like a piece of pizza that was like baked
Yeah.
and then just immediately put it in the fridge, or was
Yes,
it like?
it was a
Leftover.
leftover fucking cold piece of pizza from yesterday.
Did they take it from like a table and just like put it
Was
in the
it
fridge?
in the drink or on top?
It was on top, spiked
That's not-
into the top of the drink.
That's
Oh, so he
funny.
shoved it in the drink.
Yeah, it was like the topping.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
It was
That's too much.
fucking
Wild.
weird.
Yeah, maybe if you put it on top, I can eat it like with.
like cold slice on a fucking Bloody
like-
Mary. And
so yeah,
he
it
was
was
just
just on
sitting in
top.
front of him. He's like, dude, you're fucking disgusting.
Wait,
It
Yeah.
wasn't. Was it dipped?
your hand's the pizza?
My hand's the pizza, and this is the spike, the fucking whatever, keeping
You
it
know,
like
like how
locked
they
in.
put like the celery and shit.
Yeah,
in
it
there?
was.
Yeah.
It was
They
the
put
two.
cold pizza.
The two olives were no, the celery was in it too on
Oh,
the
shit.
side.
Oh, it was
But it was
all
two
in it.
olives on a spike, fucking spiking the pizza into the
Oh.
top of that bitch. And I'm probably olives or some on the bottom too, but it was just like.
At least it's not
Everything
like
right there.
the points down in the cup.
Yeah, that's what I thought you
Well,
meant.
that's
what I
disgusting
thought you
too.
meant.
I thought you were talking.
Well,
about-
it's
there was some
disgusting,
crazy
so.
shit.
Maybe you just took it off and ate it.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
not because Bloody Mary's like tomato juice and shit, and it's like
gas.
no, it's not. But
Eh.
also, cold pizza is disgusting.
No, it's not.
I like cold pizza.
Golden
I eat some
Golden
fucking
loves
cold
Blake.
pizza.
Dude, you
I
guys
love
are-
me some
That's
cold
like the only
pizza.
thing you drink.
Why do y'all like cold pizza? Like what?
Bro,
Who
because
asked-
it's easy.
I
Why?
don't know. It's I don't know.
It's good.
I like cold pizza.
Who asked for cold?
The crust.
I'm not a big fan of cold pizza, but I do like Bloody Mary.
I will eat a cold pizza if I didn't have a microwave. I'm hungry, but I don't prefer a cold pizza.
I do like warm pizza.
That's
though.
some like
I'll eat cold pizza.
y'all are
for
getting
sure.
that's some trauma shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Is
I like
it?
cold pizza all day.
My trauma shit is hot dogs and a fucking sandwich bread though.
Dude, hey, I love hot. You put.
No
It doesn't
buns.
matter what kind of bun you put it in. Hot dogs, sauerkraut, mustard. That's it.
Ew,
Yeah.
what the
What?
fuck?
Yeah,
Dude, that sounds so
Get the
fucking
dude.
good.
All right, we're done, guys.
Dude,
Where-
what are you
tell Clint
talking
where to find
about?
her.
Nobody
Sauerkraut, bro?
Dude,
What are
nobody
you,
can get
New
behind
York?
sauerkraut. No, I'm just cultured. And,
Disgusting.
dude, that shit
Dude,
is so fucking
That
good.
shit is disgusting. I got scarred for
Dude,
life on
so
sauerkraut.
good.
On your side.
You get a broth.
Fuck no.
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Stone
no.
mustard or something. No.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Some
no.
great poupon on that bitch.
Yeah, I don't know who the
Hell
fuck
yeah.
these guys
You
are.
ain't kissing nothing after that.
Yeah,
Oh.
dude. Good luck getting
Who cares? I'm happy.
anything.
Dude.
Damn, bro. So you're in the grow by yourself, fucking 7 days a week or what?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I got London and my brother in there now, so it's.
But I mean, you're there till midnight still, so you're
Yeah,
probably there
I'll
when
go
they
back.
show
I'll go
up.
by there before I go home tonight.
I'm dead.
Check on things, make sure everything.
You live in Edmond?
Yeah, kind of Edmond, OKC.
I'm about to move to Edmond. That's why I asked.
Later.
Moving to Edmond?
I've been telling you, I'm trying to get a house.
Nice.
Yeah, Dell City is a little bit of 45 minutes from this bitch.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
40 minutes from your house too, probably.
I'm not moving.
Not your house, his house, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It's a good
I'm
distance.
I'm like 6 minutes from my grow.
Sick.
God dang. Yeah, I'm at the same to Dana's.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
convenient.
nice.
Perfect.
I love it.
I need to move closer to Jacob now that he's got damn HQ over here. And we fucking.
Little HQ.
It's not every day you got a whole ass room dedicated to kind of what we do.
No, this is dope.
Yeah.
You got a nice spot, man.
Thank
It's really nice.
Thank you so
Hey, really- Dude, this freaking pool lights up.
Pool, I know, it's beautiful.
What's up, blue? I didn't even realize. Does it change colors?
much. Yeah.
That's sick.
Just the
It used to be red.
It's on
Colors
purple
thing.
right now, but you can do all sorts of
It's
shit.
blue.
Is it?
No, I'm just kidding. It's probably purple.
I'm looking at
I'm just
Pink.
testing you.
It's like pink. Yeah.
Testing your confidence.
It's colored.
So real quick before I bounce, this Saturday, Oklahoma Kush is doing their
Grand opening.
official grand opening.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna do a guest bartender from like 12 to 2.
Let's
And
go.
then we'll also have a pop-up out there. We're also going to drop sugarcane, tiger cake, strawberry float, just some exclusives that haven't been dropped in the city yet.
Let's go. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
at Oklahoma
And they're
Kush
gonna
on
be
South
doing-
Side.
They're going to be doing, the south side of Meridian. So
Let's
they're going to
go.
be doing a lot of good deals and raffles throughout.
Expressway Meridian.
Yep.
Oh,
And,
Expressway Meridian. OKC.
we have, we'll be giving out some shirts, some slap packs, and a few other things like pre-rolls to like the first 50.
Let's go. First 50. Let's go.
Alright.
First three right here.
Sure.
1,
First
2, 3,
47.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first 47 for real.
Yeah, we'll be there. What time? They open at 9,
so
right?
open at 9. I'll be out there probably about 11 or 12. We'll have
Let's
a booth out
go.
there from like 12 to 2, 12 to 3.
First
something like that.
50 when you're there, or
First 50 that buy Papa Jesus, and then
You'll be ready on.
they have other. You have to take a look at their Instagram, but they have other shit going on too with like giveaways for like Oklahoma Kush pre-rolls, Oklahoma Kush merch, and you got Dime, and you got a bunch of vendors out there who are gonna be giving away a lot of stuff too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's gonna be pretty lit.
Incredible.
Hanks is gonna be out there, so they're doing
Cool
like
cooking.
I think free meals to like the first 50. I think like at 12, starting at 12 o'clock or something.
That place
So-
is so fun. That whole like parking lot's fit for like pop-up style shit. It's sick.
It should be really good. I mean, hopefully the weather won't get shitty and stuff, but
Nah, we'll be alright.
it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot of giveaways. I'm gonna enjoy doing like the guest bud tending, so I can talk to people, answer the questions, meet people, and stuff like that.
That
It'll
is
be fun.
sick. Honestly, I don't know why we didn't incorporate that in our pop-up because we can do that too. But yeah, that's we're gonna be there. I'll definitely be there. I have a tattoo appointment in Tulsa at like noon, but that's the only thing I got planned.
that's dope.
Yeah.
You get tatted.
We getting.
Getting this guy finished after 4 or 5 years.
Nice.
I had some guy who did a lot of heroin. I didn't realize he was doing it until after I talked to people why he was taking so long to do it. And they're like, yeah, he does heroin. I was like, oh, I'm not going back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find someone else to finish it. Which I found someone else. So yeah, finally going to finish it. But yeah.
Cool.
But that's me. It's just fucking.
Damn.
All right,
Thank you
Clint.
so fucking
Tell
much.
us,
Thank
tell us where to
thank
find you.
so much.
Tell us where to find you real quick.
At Papa Jesus Farms on Instagram.
Fire. Are you on Facebook or
No,
Twitter?
just Instagram.
Fire. Follow our boy on Instagram. Peace.